Nature isn't as quiet as you think it is. It is loud, so incredibly loud, but not in the way you're familiar with. Not with the growls and snarls of animals, the sound of the wind whirling, or even the waves crashing upon the sand. It speaks and it sings in every little breath and movement. When the stars twinkle, it's music. The knot in a tree, a single message of the trunk's thoughts and memories. Every ocean current, a murmur of the path it has yet to take. And all of these small intricacies of the world press upon me, willing me to lend my ears to their thoughts and desires, their life and their future. It's overwhelming. And yet, if I had to turn my back on the song that follows my every step, that rocks me to sleep as I slumber beneath the night sky, only emptiness awaits. I'd be falling back into a hollow life, straining for something that is always just beyond my reach. And so I'm here, blooming with the melody that grows every day, continuing to listen to the song that guides me until I'm able to play along. And one day, I'll compose my own aria to sing amongst the stars.
There is a great war emerging, a war between righteousness and evil, the light and the darkness, between the truth and the lies. As this great war wages right beneath the surface, it threatens to drown whom it touches. The war for my soul threatens to tear me apart. The truth of the great Triton protector has shown me the lies of a false god who deceived my tribe, the Nalos. Now they remain manipulated by the lies and isolated from the other Tritons. Within my body, the light of Prasanna ignites a great flame, but I have been touched by the darkness of the Shadowfell. The divine light and the shadows have given me the blessings to use my powers to help and defend the individuals of this world. May my mind, heart, and soul be filled with righteousness and not fully engulfed in the evils that have influenced my people. May I have the strength to face my indiscretions of my past and save the Nalos from certain death. May I find balance through this war, to use my love and the pain that I have endured to protect the very people that mean the world to me. For my new tribe, my new family. This war remains, but I will fight it gladly until I become one with the protector of the infinite seas, Proximus.
Hey! Hi! I don't have time for this. No offense, very busy. Hand me that red flask. The one on the left. Your other left. Oh, it's Winnie, sea scavenger extraordinaire. Shouldn't she be scavenging? Yes, I should. But no, there's things out there. Star things. Powerful things. World-changing things that need to be investigated. There's something... Jeffrey, don't eat that. Something I know I knew. There's so much I don't remember. Don't know. I have to relearn it. But how? So, I'm here, experimenting. Trying not to set the ship on fire. I don't even know what I'm looking for, exactly. Can a star be created? Can you get close to making a star? How do you reverse engineer the biggest magical object you've ever come across when you don't even have it anymore? See, I'm really good at the questions, but all I'm finding so far are more of them and no answers. Well, and a potion that makes you, really strong, but that's not what I wanted. Hey, do you... No, Jeffrey, don't eat that!
If freedom was what I was searching for, I found it in the crumbled remains of a statue. I found it in the sails of a stolen warship. I found it in a spark. Or a flame, rather. But I know it's not real. The shadows that wither and watch at night remind me of that. Each soul that I've marked in order to protect others reminds me. It all reminds me that I wasn't strong enough to stand on my own. I couldn't escape without selling my soul to an even worse evil. Or what was left of my soul anyways. It wants to consume all it can. All the power that Omaris has to offer, all the life that it can take. I can't let it take any more than it already has, any more than I've already given. I will not be the reason that this world ends. Come hell or high water, this can only end one way. Because I have too much to lose if it doesn't. I can't lose it all again. I won't lose it all again. Not this time, you fickle fate bastards.
Waves crash on the beach of an endless sea. In them you hear a voice, a beckoning lure you have heard so many times before. It is the song of the horizon. She calls to you. She sings of endless wonders and untold horrors, of golden promises and dire warnings, and you know her song. It has always been there. Listen, can you hear it? The wind is in your favor, the tide is rising, the sea is yours for the taking, and your ship awaits. Fair winds and following seas, brave mariner. May fortune find you when the horizon calls.
Ahoy and welcome to Horizon's Call, everybody. Welcome back. We kind of left you a bit on a cliffhanger last time, so thanks for hanging on this whole week. We're going to get around to that story eventually, but before all that, and before I introduce my lovely players, or have them introduce themselves, rather, I do want to say that I am Derek Sword. I am your GM for this game. I use he, him pronouns. Yes, Sword is my real last name. Yes, it is awesome. No, you can't have it. I'm here every week, along with these very lovely people. And if you enjoy this game, if you enjoy what these folks do, which honestly, how could you not? There's a great way to show your appreciation for the stories that we tell through tips. Should you be able and willing to do so, you can actually tip these players, our cast and crew, through pally.gg. We have a specific account there. You can see it over in the chat. Anything that you are generous and, again, able to give through Pally can actually impact this game as well. You can hit certain points where you can give advantages. You can give crits. You can give us black spots, which actually cause complications to this game, and also equivalently, both of those probably. It also makes me sing a sea shanty when we hit break, so we do have a little rolling table for sea shanties as well. That's it for me for a second. Let's go ahead and go around, have these people say a little bit about themselves and the characters they will be playing today. So, Mare, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hey, hi, I'm Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and I am playing your amazing Soul Knife Rogue Star Druid, Acacia, who is just at home not knowing that Proximus is in trouble.
Absolutely. We might retcon just a little bit of the ending there, but I'm going to leave that up to Winnie to decide what she's going to be doing with her particular evening, since Eva had a midweek idea. And speaking of Winnie, Eva.
It's me, Weenie. Actually, no. Hi, I'm Eva. Winnie and I both use she, her pronouns. And today I will be playing your currently excited and hopeful Sea Elf Alchemical Artificer with my trusty sidekick, Little Jeffrey, the little miniature were shark homunculus.
And you got all the words this time. I'm very proud.
I did, and I never mentioned Little Jeffrey, and I started to feel really bad about it because he's on the overlay and everything.
Yeah, he is. He's a character in as much as the rest of you. Yeah. Little Jeffrey's the heart and soul of this game. Speaking of heart and soul, Mikyl.
Hi, fam. I'm Proximus playing Mikyl. Mikyl playing Proximus. Your Triton, Shadow Sorcerer Paladin, and that's me.
Absolutely. And Mikyl, as always, I should say, does the artwork for this game, does the artwork for a number of our games. We are very much appreciative of the artwork that he does because it's all phenomenal. If you want to see more of that, go and head over to our Discord. You can actually find the link for that to join our Discord in chat as well. Hang out with some cool folks and check out Mykyl's artwork in addition to a number of other great things over there. Last but absolutely not least, Kaila.
Hi, hello, my name is Kaila, use she, her pronouns. I play our pirate captain, Storm Sorcerer, Scarlet Shores. Also, she, her pronouns.
Storm Sorcerer, absolutely. Still not getting used to that.
It's
fantastic.
I still have to think about it really hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, Siren Warlock. Nope, that's not right anymore. That like rolled off the tongue. Storm Sorcerer, Siren does not. Or Siren, Storm Sorcerer. It's just it's too many S's.
It is a lot of S's, yeah. Well, we do have a recap for this week, completely prepared by Mare. So, Mare, go ahead and take it away.
Wow, it would help if I unmuted. All right, it'll be a little shorter than normal. It'll be nice and quick and down to the point. But last session on Horizon's Call, Acacia returned to the group after taking a hop, skip, and a jump away to, get help for the dwarves that were turned into stone. And while the rest of our party was having a bar fight, she was observing the magical processes of how to not make sure no one is stone anymore, which is actually something I will be learning in the future as I grow more powerful. But after I joined the rest of our crew, I came back to essentially an interview for folks who flagged down our party saying, hey, you have a ship. I want off the island. We'll sail it for you. So we all took turns and interviewed, I think her name is Tavia. Is it? Tavia? I keep forgetting. I'm sorry.
Tavia, yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah. It's a made up name. It's okay to mispronounce it.
Where we interviewed Tavia and her officers to take over the Star's luck. And eventually, yes, they did get hired. While Tavia went to go with Scarlet to sign paperwork, and they also had a conversation about love and partnerships. And later on, Scarlet and Proximus had another conversation about love and partnerships. And even farther down, involving love and partnerships, Scarlet and Marcus decided to take the next step in their relationship to move in together. Eventually, after their house is made. At that point, with our new crew recruiting crew for the Star's Luck, we all headed back to Ascension Isle and Phoenix Landing, where we got some much-needed rest after our adventures in the Western Oceans. Unbeknownst to all of us, Proximus is met with an old friend, ? With an intimidating break-in. That's all I got.
Fantastic.
I don't think I missed anything.
No, you hit it. Yeah, great job, Mare. Go ahead and enjoy that inspiration point. God knows you're not the one that needs it this time, though. Okay, let's set the scene a little bit here, because we're maybe going to back up just a little bit. It depends. Let's say the sun is just at this point dipping below the horizon from where you are on Ascension Isle, where you are in Phoenix Landing. It is, it's growing darker by the second. You have the last vestiges of life, and I believe the last thing I asked is where you all kind of ended up for the evening. However, Winnie was doing some calendaring, which it's tough to do when you're out at sea. Just taking away the days can kind of feel like, what is even a day here, when you're in the same place for a long time. But Winnie did a little calendar math and determined that while at sea, you all missed kind of an important date. And Winnie, was there something that you wanted to achieve this evening?
Yes.
Okay. What would that be?
It's sort of a big deal to have a birthday, especially when you've only had a surface day. So, Winnie's going to be going door to door, and I think she would have, kind of called ahead from Tomartor, to kind of prep like a little surprise party for Scarlet. And in order to keep things kind of secret, I don't think she would have said anything to the crews. She probably should have, but I don't think she did. So now she's like going around being like, oh, hey, I know we just got back, but oh gosh, look at the time. I think there's like a town meeting down at the square or whatever, like tavern.
So are you Proximus has already gone off to his home at this point. Are you trying to wrangle the crew as they are like disembarking off of the ship?
Yeah, sort of like
Okay.
hey, because like worst case, like there's the shell phones for like the four
Sure.
of us. So yeah, starting with the less not essential, but like she's not starting with Proximus and Acacia and Scarlet.
So I guess tell me, who is aware of this? Is Marcus aware? Is Connery aware?
Marcus would be like the first, person she's
Okay.
gonna like try and flag down, and then Connery, and then like branch out from there.
Down the officer's table from there. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you tell two people and they tell two people. Okay. Somewhere in all of that, Proximus is missed. Do you get Acacia? I should ask that.
I'm definitely
Acacia's
gonna
get
go
back.
look for Acacia.
Okay.
Okay. And it's not like an intentional missing of Proximus. It's like I expect, he'll pop up momentarily, or something,
So let me ask this then. How are you wrangling Scarlet? Scarlet, what are you going to do with your night? Are you planning to go into town this evening? I mean, as like I said, the lanterns are on.
Winnie's
torches
an
are lit.
asshole, so she's gonna try and get Marcus to get Scarlet down
Okay.
there.
So Scarlet, were you going to head into town anyway, or are you planning to stay the night on the ship?
I was gonna go into town,
Okay.
but mind you, I have my arms full of just paper that have drawings and whatnot of houses and floor plans that I'm planning to take to Rollin to see about getting this house built.
It's like 9 p.m. He is not building you a house tonight.
But the plans can start.
Marcus, why don't we put those perhaps in like a chest or something, so that way when we're going across the water, they don't get waterlogged, because you worked very hard on all of those. You made a lot of difficult right angles.
And to be clear, Rollin
That
would have
sounds
been invited
almost
because
like
Winnie wouldn't think of not inviting her brother.
And it's not an insult, it's just hard to do a right angle at sea. I mean, do you have any idea, like, with the shifting of everything? Yeah. Come
What
on.
are your protractors for, Derek?
You think they have protractors at sea?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, they probably do. No, that's for farming. At sea, they're anti-tractor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a bad joke. Okay, so Scarlet heading into town anyway. Winnie, tell me what this surprise party looks like in the town square. Who did you put in charge of organizing?
My compatriot, whose name I have right here. I really want to say Penny. It is not Penny. It's the other artificer. That was like...
Oh, Zenji?
Zenji, yes. I think I would have tapped Zenji.
Okay. Then yeah, Zenji has tried to organize everybody as best as they could. Okay, along with Waller and Percival, and I'm sure Keisha's dads and all the other, probably, Gustup is pulled along in there as well. Sure, okay.
Who knows how to party? Gustup knows how to party.
Gustup absolutely does.
What do you think prestidigitation is for? Fireworks.
I am the party. What are you talking about?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, Winnie, I guess I'm not sure how to roll for surprise party. It's like rolling for surprise. So
Okay, Scarlet's perception is 20, passive is 23.
right. So Winnie, I
That's
guess
why
I'm
Winnie
good.
didn't like plan this on the ships. She's no.
Winnie, I'm going to use your stealth against Scarlet's perception.
Okay.
So if you would like to roll for stealth to see how stealthy this party can be, how surprising this is going to be, and then Scarlet, if you want to roll perception, we can see how far away you see this shit coming.
Like you can see it, but no one talks to you. We'll acknowledge your questions.
I know this is a terrible idea. I'm gonna use my less advantage.
We have 3 group advantages and 1 crit. Just so
Winnie
you
might
know.
need those later. That is a 24.
Yeah, 20, that's a 28.
Balls. That's fine.
So as Scarlet and Marcus are approaching, and Marcus is like, please just let me carry all of that's a lot of documentation. Please, you're going to need your hands in just a moment. I can't tell you for what.
But thank you.
And Scarlet, you look behind as
You
Marcus
have
is
2
like
hands
walking.
now.
Do I have the prosthetic?
Didn't I give
You've
that?
given that to her.
Yeah,
think
because
you
I
have
rolled
yet.
for it and everything.
You rolled that to make it. You didn't necessarily say that you gave it over. So
Winnie's
that
a
never
huge
happened
asshole
on.
for just like hanging on to it, I guess. Okay, fine.
It was towards the end of the journey. You didn't explicitly say it on stream,
That's fair.
so
Okay,
I didn't want
guess
to
I still
assume that
have it.
happened. Okay, that can be a gift, I suppose. Okay, as Marcus is walking backwards, trying to like obscure your vision from the town square, which very clearly is lit by lanterns with a massive banner that says "Happy Birthday, Scarlet" on it, and they're just hanging it. Like as you're walking in, a large group of people that are only dimly illuminated. You have dark vision. They, as you are walking up, all scream way too early and out of sync. Happy surprise birthday, Scarlet. Scarlet birthday. Happy.
Happy birthday, Scarlet!
Happy birthday.
A little belated, but we were at sea, so a real
You know,
happy birthday.
I remember saying last week that I got off lucky. Apparently not. Apparently I was wrong.
It's Winnie. Scarlet.
How did you do all of this?
With the help of friendship. The power of friendship.
Like I said, it's Winnie.
Yeah.
I should have known better.
Also, Zinji and like, you know, everyone at the landing really came together, and I guess weren't quite fast enough, but they put their hearts into it. Some of them put their backs into it, and wait a minute. Hang on. Wait, why would you have gotten up? Haven't you ever wanted a proper birthday?
It's not something I've ever thought of.
That's probably good, because it probably would have been real depressing because you didn't have one until now. Sorry. Okay, present. And, Winnie's gonna haul a box out of little Jeffrey's mouth and pass it to you. Blech.
I'm never going to get used to that.
I know, it's pretty awful. And pretty great.
Convenient.
That came
but
out of
gross.
me.
Okay.
And it is in fact your arm, which, yeah, but it has a little bow on it. It's not a very good bow because little Jeffrey tied it, but he tried.
Do you want me to open this now, or?
I mean, it's not naughty.
Winnie?
Why couldn't you open it now? It's a birthday thing.
I don't know. I don't do gifts, Winnie. I've never had a birthday. Oh wow, I've never had a birthday.
Happy
good
first
news.
birthday.
There's cake.
31st, but close enough.
Well, like, yeah. And I think probably, if not Zinji, someone from the island would have been commissioned to make like a nice, maybe a seashell-shaped cake.
Like the shell with the pearl in it.
Yeah.
Like my in it.
Far too much fondant.
Honey actually made it on the ship, has kept it somewhere gods know, and has just set it down and is growling at everybody around.
And I think because this got like kicked off a little earlier than anticipated, like via the shell phone, Winnie is just gonna be like, Proximus, we need you down at the town square. We're doing Scarlett's birthday. Surprise, early surprise. Anyway, come quick. Okay, thanks, bye. And like not wait for an answer because she's like trying to keep everything else
Just
going.
distracted.
Yeah.
So do you want me to go away and come back when everyone's ready? Try that again.
No,
Take,
I
take,
think...
take a lap around the outer skirts of the island.
I think
Sorry, I thought the
it's
scene
fine
was
as
over. Change the
is.
music.
Yeah. No, might as well. Maybe let's just like take a little minute before your like birthday speech, and the cake.
You don't have
do
to do a
birthday
you don't
speech.
have
You
you
do
don't.
not have to do a birthday speech.
If you don't do a speech, that's fine. I'll just thank everyone for coming and whatnot.
Marcus actually looks at Winnie. You know, Winnie, I don't recall your birthday speech at your birthday that we all attended. What was that one?
Is your memory okay?
My memory is perfect. Do you remember your speech?
Yeah. It was pretty good. Not one of my better ones, but it wasn't bad.
Out of character, did Winnie do a birthday speech?
I'm pretty sure she didn't. I'm pretty sure it
I
smells
don't
like
think she
gaslight
did.
right now.
I thought she had said something, but
And I
All these lanterns around her. It smells like gaslight around here. That's weird.
was Marcus even there for her birthday?
yeah.
I thought he was just on the ship. I thought we did birthday stuff under.
He had to
No.
stay in like the surface area of Winnie's
Yeah.
party, which was just like waist deep. It was just it's like a kiddie pool for all the people who can't breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Maybe let's just get like cake and just do individual thanks as cake.
Yeah. And then fireworks.
Sure.
Won't be able to avoid those, I'm sorry.
No.
Scarlett, the wonderful thing about a birthday is the birthday person kind of gets to do whatever they want. It's a day that's just about you. So if you don't want to be here at any point, it's your birthday and you can cry if you want to. Is
That
a
seems
saying that I
rude.
heard once. Well, yes, but everyone will forgive you
Welcome-
because it's all about you.
Welcome to the birthday experience.
Yeah.
I have to do this every year.
Yeah. But you should take
No,
some
I
cake
ha-
if you're gonna cry because it's pretty good.
Have to is a strong word. It's all just about sometimes days about you are also about other people.
That's
It's
why
weird.
I like the fact that I share a surface day with Proximus because I can make it about him.
Yeah. Oh, we'll still do surface days. Don't you worry.
Oh,
Are you
I'm sorry, you
denying
have to be
Proximus a
royalty today.
surface day? Also, he should be here any minute. I told him that this was a thing.
Anyway, here, take this, and I'll like off my rump on my back. I will grab like just like a necklace full of flowers, put it around your neck. Happy birthday! Try and have fun.
Yeah.
okay.
I promise these are not the poisonous ones on the island.
Oh, that was thoughtful.
Speaking of, we can talk tomorrow.
I'm concerned, but okay.
Are we poisoning someone?
Valid. Ooh.
Well,
I feel a little better now.
We'll go off and to celebrate Scarlett's
Oh.
birthday. Scarlett just gets trashed because that's the only thing she knows what to do. She's like, I
Valid.
can't handle it.
can't do that
Oh,
on your
God.
birthday. What can you do?
Into those birthdays, yeah. Yeah, no, she's not walking or swimming home on this one. Yeah,
It's your first
no.
21st.
The good thing you got a nice, strong partner to carry you home.
Just drag her back through the sand. Yeah. There are all the townsfolk have gathered. Keisha, absolutely, you see your dad's Winnie. You spot Rollin, who has walked over to Honey, pointed to distract her and taken a swipe of icing, just like with his finger, and walks away real quick. You see all the townsfolk. Gustav is around. Can't remember her name. The druid that trained Acacia. Yes, all your named NPCs. Yeah. So they're all about, and a band has been gathered as well. That begins to strike up a tune.
Does
Meanwhile,
said band include an otter?
Most certainly, definitely. Yes, Valerie has found some accompaniment to. She's Earth Genasi, so they are technically a rock band.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So when Scarlet gets too drunk and can't hold her form, does she go back into siren form?
Oh.
It's just a scene from H2O. Oh no, Cleo!
Listen, it's my guilty pleasure show.
Just oops, mermaid tail.
Yeah, white girl
One
siren
time.
wasted.
Oh gosh.
I think the only final thing is Winnie would have been brewing something between Timortor and here, and that would be out. The keg would just be up.
Every time she describes it, I'm like, this is one step away from just igniting when it comes into contact with air. Every time when he says I'm brewing something, I'm like, this is like a full moonshine. This isn't even crescent moonshine. This will make you blind for 10 seconds. Yet long enough to where you wonder if your sight ever will come back, and when it does, you don't get all the colors. That's the kind of stuff that Winnie brews.
TV static.
Yeah, it's the lycanthrope
saving throw at disadvantage.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. No, it's an automatic failure. Yeah. Meanwhile, Proximus, back in your home, you find yourself face to face with a shade of the past. Someone that you thought that you might never see again. And if you ever did, it might be because you chose to do so. And yet here you find yourself face to face with the one person that you knew could always beat you. The woman who day after day told you were never good enough, that you'd never mean anything, and that your life would just be an extra piece of, or an extra cost to the service of the God Queen. That is the only thing you could ever do, is die in service to her. The only great thing you would ever do. Dominera Midnight has held you behind the throat. She has let you go, and in a moment she has struck at your face with a blade. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative, and because you have your blade of warning, I will give you advantage, or your weapon of warning, so your trident. I will give you advantage on a dexterity saving throw to avoid this strike. But you and Dominera are going to face off, as she has called you a heretic. She has called you a godslayer, an apostate. And she's not wrong. Initiative, please.
The 18?
Okay. For Dominera, that is, what is her dex? That is also an 18. I will give it to you because she has a +0 to her dexterity. So you may absolutely go first. She is striking with her blade, so this is something that she has instituted. This is her, quote, surprise attack that technically you shouldn't be surprised by, but if anybody is going to know how to get around your warning system, it's going to be someone as close to you as she. So go ahead and roll for a dexterity saving throw with advantage, please.
$22.
It is just by, honestly, if you had eyelashes, which I'm not sure that you do, it would be by an eyelash that you dodge this blade going for your face. Let me get some combat music going here. A little bit of blood in the water. The zealot, Dominaria Midnight, has called for your blood. She is first in the order. She stows her blade almost in a single action that she pulls out her trident. This, call it a trident is perhaps unfair, because while it does have the prongs, the outside prongs themselves are blades. It is a glaive trident, halberd-esque monstrosity that is just meant for killing in literally any way that it can. It is made of black mithril as her armor. She is decorated as a faith militant, one of the highest of the Order of the Nalos, someone meant for killing in the name of the Queen. And that is what she intends to do. She gets 3 attacks. So the first one is a 16, the second one is a 26, and the third is a 25. So 2 of those hit. You are going to take 14 points of slashing damage, and let's see what the other one is. 9. Okay. 14 and 12. So 26 points of slashing damage and 6 points of radiant damage. So 32 in total, I believe. As her glaive goes to slam down on you, it cuts into the black mithril that you wear, this soft metal meant for defending against even dragon attacks. And yet when an equivalent meets an equivalent, a certain give has to be made. And you would know that this is one of the finest weapons ever made by the Nalos. Also, I will need from you, what is it? It's a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
That is a 24.
Fantastic. Okay. You are only going to take 9 points of thunder damage. And as the sonic boom emanates from this attack, almost within you, you stand firm. You are not pushed back, but you would watch as the shockwave emanates outwards and decimates your home. I mean, anything that you had, any shelves, any furniture, is shattered. It's just splintered in the water. It is your turn.
Dominaria, do you think that I didn't know you were coming for me? There is a reason I did not return. Not because I was afraid. I was not running from you.
Then you are not fully a coward. Perhaps you might die something of a hero's death then.
It is amazing to me that you would be here ambushing me in my own home and refuse to fight a straight fight. But your cowardice shows. And he's going to strike twice with his glaive. No forms, though. Like, okay. Not even...
So let me ask this: what do you mean by a straight fight? What would you expect from her? Because she would probably understand what you meant by that.
In the fashion of the Nalos, there would be a ritual combat in which both come prepared. She is now broken that.
I see.
With her actions.
Okay.
If there was going to, there is usually
there's right now. Yeah, there's a fairness to the fight. Sure, she came in the shadows. Absolutely.
So that is 26 and 23 to hit.
Both would hit.
Nice. 2 double ones on damage. Nice. Love it. So that would be 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And the other one, much better. 23.
23. Nice. Okay. So, what is that? 36 points of damage?
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
under his breath, as a bonus action, you would hear him say, Skadu Rutai. And out of the shadow of Proximus's feet, right at his feet, the shadow that is cast from Proximus, you would see an eel hound start to come out of the floor as the Hound of Ill Omen and Smokey, the eel hound, comes slinking out, like he is like trying to sneak out.
Sure. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
That is it.
Okay. She looks at you and says, do you still think that you should honor the old ways? That you are bound to the same fate that I am? You walked away. Look at that thing at your feet. You are of the shadows, Proximus. I owe you nothing. You are a wild animal, and I will put you down as such. And she is going to take her glaive again. Actually, even before that, I will get a wisdom saving throw from you and the eel hound. If the eel hound can even be frightened. This is a frightened thing. Actually, if you can be frightened. You might be immune to that at this point.
I don't have anything to block that.
Okay.
I don't believe it'll work on Smokey though.
Okay.
Because he's a shadow creature.
Sure.
But that is, what was it? Wisdom?
Wisdom, please.
27.
Yeah. You
That's a
watch
plus
as
11.
You would have to have rolled a 1. Yeah. It was a 13 DC. But you would watch this very familiar tactic used by the Faith Militant, something that you might have seen as a young Triton, as the bioluminescence that she kind of has both naturally and also that she paints onto herself lights up for a moment. It creates this frightening visage with her body, especially in these dark waters, and she tries to cast a dreadful aspect about herself. But you stand stalwart in the face of this terror. And seeing that, she is going to take 2 attacks with her glaive then, having used that as one of them. That is a not natural 20. That is a natural 20. Okay. So she is going to do, let's see, for the first attack, that is only 6 points of slashing damage. For the second attack, that is, what's that, 14, 28 points of slashing damage, with an extra 5 of radiant. And again, I will take that Constitution saving throw from you.
Okay. Let me take my damage. Oof. I look rough. Just so you know. What was it? Wisdom?
This is Constitution.
Constitution.
This is coming from her weapon. You would recognize this as the weapon wielded by the head of the Faith Militant. It is, what's it called? The Speaker's Trident.
Oh. Okay. So I have an idea of who sent her, because this is usually not a weapon that she would carry.
She was not the head of the Faith Militant force. She was on her way up, and it seems like she got there.
Got it. That is a 20.
Yeah, this is like the Pope coming after you. If the Pope was a better assassin, I guess.
That just inspired me to draw.
Ninja Pope.
It's just what a better paladin, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry, what was your roll?
20, dirty 20.
20. Okay. Again, you are not knocked back, but the shockwave kind of knocks back behind you. Actually, I'll need a Constitution saving throw from the Eelhound as well. It's a 15-foot cube that it is pushing outwards.
That's a 10.
Okay. So the eelhound is going to be pushed 15 feet back. If that does hit a surface within your home, if your home is less than 15
It's not,
feet.
yeah, I would say
Okay.
it's probably about 15.
Yeah, okay. So push back to the wall does not take extra damage, but you both take 10 points of thunder damage under the water.
Ooh-wee.
Okay. And that is it for her turn. It is your turn.
He is going to...
I should also note it's about this time that you hear Winnie in your ear. You are not held,
Right.
so you can put a finger to your ear and respond as a free action.
He would like a annoying, not Winnie now, like an annoying earbud. He would just rip it out with his left hand, throw it on the floor.
Okay.
Wake up to reality. The Nalos believe an illusion, a lie. They pass on to each generation. Do as you must. But I will not yield, and I will not lower my head again. And he will attack twice with his glaive. Ooh, that is a 29 and a 19 to hit.
19 just hits the AC.
So I will you see the glaive turn white hot as he hits both times. There's 17. And then I'm gonna just do second level Divine Smite. Just guys. Just. Twice. Yeah. Five, 12. Oh, there's so many sixes. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. 24. 24, 17.
Love paladin damage.
15. Gosh, I need a calculator, guys.
That's what I use. Honestly, if I have to roll more than 3 dice, I'm using the digital dice roller.
I'm about to.
I don't have the space on my desk for it. That's my bottom line.
64 points of damage.
64.
Crosses her chest with the glaive, and it glows. He'll spin, and he'll come in really close, like super close to her face. I am the Arbiter no longer. That is all.
That, you can tell, really hurt her. Like, you can see the glow coming from where you cut through the black mithril. And she almost steps back in this underwater arena the two of you have created. And she's trying to catch her breath. And she looks up at you with this fire in her eyes. And she says, "You were never the Arbiter. You were never the champion. I was. And if you will not lower your head, then I will remove it and lower it for you." And she is going to take her 3 attacks. She is going to add a branding smite to one of them. The first one will not hit. The second one will not hit. Hey, Eva, do I have any crits?
I believe I gave you one.
Yeah, nifty. That seems like a good time to use this. I'm not even going to roll the last one. I'm just going to use a crit for that. Great. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some damage for that. Let's double check. Okay, so the basic glaive does D10 plus 4. So that is an 8 plus 4. That is 12. So it's going to be 24 points of damage from the glaive. She does radiant damage just from herself. That is not necessarily doubled. So that's just 5 points of radiant damage from her. The branding
What was the first? I'm sorry.
The first was 24. 24 regular slashing,
Okay.
5 radiant.
5, right.
And then you are going to take, this is going to be at 6th level branding smite. So that's 2d6, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 66 radiant damage. Let that dice roller do its thing. So that's an extra 30. And then, again, the Constitution saving throw from you and Smokey.
Okay. He is a +2. I am a +8. So that is a 24 for me and a 17 for Smokey.
Okay. Smokey does not succeed. You do. 17 points of thunder damage to the two of you. And with this strike, she is aiming right for your face with her trident. This branding smite. She is going to, because this is a crit, I am going to take my privilege here. She is going to stab out your right eye. And with the branding smite, you feel the burn. And it's not just, you can feel that she has left a mark, as you can see with your good eye that is being obscured by the blood in the water around you. Both yours and hers, just, it looks like ink with how dark the water is, that there is a light emanating from you. That is her turn. How are you looking?
Proximus takes a step back. He has a bladed stance. His glaive falls.
You muted yourself, Michael.
I muted myself again.
I've done that. Just hitting that space bar.
Son of a biscuit.
So you take a step back.
Proximus takes a step back. The glaive floats slowly. It hits hard to the ground. Still white hot. It scrapes the ground. He puts his left hand over his face, and blood just oozing through his fingers. And he looks up, taking his hand away. I am the ghost of the Nilos. I am the truth of the Tritons. I am the guardian of the infinite seas. I am Proximus. And I'm going to bonus action Rolothim's Psychic Lance straight to her face as a bonus action. And because Smokey, in this 15 by 15, it's a disadvantage to your intelligence saving throw of 18.
Okay. Okay. That sucks because that was a nat 20 and a 9.
Oh. So at 5th level, and I'm going to use a dice roller because F that. It's 8d6 damage. That is 25 psychic damage, and she is paralyzed until my next turn. And then he is going to wipe the blood from his right hand, looking at her, paralyzed. Ocean shadow breathing, final form, Persana's rage. Twice with... Oh, that's a 28 and an 18. So one hits.
One hits.
And I don't know what this is gonna look like, but it's 14 plus, and then I'm going to, at 4th level, Divine Smite 5d8, only 5. 21, 23. It's easier just to add up one hit, though. 37 points of damage.
Proximus, let
14
me ask
radiant
you here.
damage.
Don't even need that. Let me ask you, is there any world in which this is non-lethal?
Yes. I want it to be. I don't want to kill her.
Okay.
I would not. The Proximus would not kill another Nalos Triton unless there would be no reason. I want to unite the people. I do not want to tear them apart.
So, when you paralyzed Dominera, the weapon that she had used to devastate both you and your home slips from her fingers, and with the weight of the heft of it hits the sandy ground of your destroyed residence. And with this psychic lance and this divine smite, you see the opportunity to finally finish off the person who has belittled you your entire life, the one person who has been objectively better than you until this moment. And you stay your hand. Tell me what that looks like.
I grab her from her armor and pull her close and tell her, the Nalos are not the only Tritons in the sea. We must change the ways that we have become. This is all a lie. And I will show you. Persona has shown me the way. Not another Nalos life is taken this day.
You watch as her eyes focus in on yours, and then a cough of vaporous blood comes out of her mouth, and you watch as her eyes lose focus and her lids close as she falls into unconsciousness. And you find yourself with her held by the collar of her armor, otherwise her body limp, in your blood-clouded underwater former home. The ruins of your home.
I pet Smokey on his head and I say, you have done enough today. I'll see you next time. And let him vanish. I will throw her over my shoulder and go to the surface.
Okay. You rise above in your home, getting to that cresting point where you are able to lift her up and find yourself on terra firma once again. Where would you like to go?
I think I would have grabbed the shell phone and probably put it back in my ear. I have really bad news, and I am at 2 hit points.
Okay.
So when you do see me, I'm fucked up. In fact, I feel like the slash, I just posted the art in chat. This was yeah. So I don't have a gym either. I feel like that just.
Let's cut back over to that party. Let's rewind in time a little bit now. So you all find yourself in, actually, I feel like I'm better with this. Party at Ivanhoe's. That's the one. You all find yourself at Scarlett's birthday party. All of your friends and family have joined as well. Scarlet, the new sirens that came along with you are intermingling with the townsfolk, kind of getting to know each other. A couple of them have kind of picked up with the band and are singing along with Valerie. Again, Acacia, your dad's, all the other NPCs, all the people that came from Cora, all the people you've invited since, some of the workers that decided to stay. Is there anybody any of you wanted to chat with? Anything you wanted to do during this celebration?
The fucking whiplash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to pretend I'm okay.
You sure
Yeah,
do.
that music shift. Whew.
Okay, so
It's
you
a
said there is
party,
a
yeah.
you said there is a rock band going?
Yes, Valerie has picked up. Waller has joined the band and just has oh shoot, what's the thing that they play in like Josie and the Pussycats? The
Tambourine?
little tambourine. Yeah, it's offbeat, but you know.
I'm so glad
Um,
Waller's just getting out there making friends.
Trying their best.
Yes, of course, Valerie, her otter friend. I don't think Zinji's necessarily musically inclined. I'm not going to put that on Zinji. A couple of the sirens as well. Couple others. Yeah, we'll say that yes, there is a band playing.
So I think what's going on is when Winnie has gone off to do her thing, and when Scarlet is trying to, avoid people giving her well wishes for her birthday, Acacia is just dancing. And when you kind of can't say no sometimes to a really big horse girl if they kind of sweep you up into a dance. So every once in a while, someone different is we're switching partners. So it probably started off with like my dad or something, one of my dads, whoever is more inclined to dance.
I think Curio, just because sometimes you do step on your dancing partner's feet.
I have no choice. It's an accident.
Yeah, you do have 2 left feet, to be fair.
I do.
So Curio is at least made of metal and can withstand the impact of a hoof on its foot. Yes, absolutely. Dancing commences for certain.
It goes from like Curio to like Darius to maybe like oh gosh, what is her name? The really cool, scary assassin lady that's on the council.
Oh yeah. Yes. It's
Yes,
been forever
just
since
yes.
I've looked at my NPC list.
I'm looking at my notes right now. Laurel, her name is.
Laurel, yes.
Going back.
Yeah.
Definitely like Goose Tip, Laurel, Mama Maddie, and
Mm-hmm.
you know who else probably gets roped up? Rollin. He's got no choice.
Oh
Sure.
my
It happens.
God.
I think Mama Maddie absolutely can is cutting a rug and pulls Rollin in. He's like, great, an old lady to dance with. This should be easy. And then she breaks some moves, and he's like, good God, woman, your hips, think of them.
But he's on
to
a
be
sugar
fair-
high. He doesn't care.
Once
It's
Scarlet's
one
got-
bite of icing. Yeah.
So it's just like decently okay dancing. I'm not stepping on everyone's feet, but it's
Perfect.
it's fun going around.
Once Scarlet's gotten a few drinks, there's definitely dancing.
Great.
She's realize there's no point in fighting the good time. Just let it happen.
I feel
Winnie,
like
what about you?
I feel like Gustip is kind of like waddling around and using dragon's breath and like definitely doing like a fire like
So
yeah.
he's
Gossip
perfect.
has all of the town's kids just following him. Just everywhere he goes. Every time he does something, they just clap and laugh. Ah!
Watch
Winnie,
your
what about you?
pockets.
These are Soterians. They know.
They're just throwing candy at him.
I'm so glad, Michael, that you're able to do that switch from Proximus to Gustip and just be able to have a little fun.
my favorite 2 characters to do.
Winnie, what about you?
Oh, Winnie is social butterflying all over the place. Absolutely thanking Zinji and telling anyone who will listen that she couldn't have done it without Zinji's help. And she's having cake, and she's reading the room vis-a-vis Scarlet's mood as to whether or not Scarlet wants to be left alone at this point or not. She's doing a little bit of dancing. She might step in, like, quietly. You can't really quietly step into the band or anything, but she might try and join for, like, a song.
Yeah, no, it's one of those, like, community, like, it's a small town festival, basically.
Yeah.
You are welcome to get on stage kind of deal.
Yeah.
As long as you don't shout Freebird, everything's fine.
I love Freebird. But yeah,
Sammy finds that offensive.
Oh, Sammy. Yeah, and just sort of like bouncing around from here, and also like trying to just catch up with people that she hasn't seen in a while. And I want to make it clear that the Stars Luck crew would have been invited, but also like a hey, no pressure. Like, I know this is going to be like a lot, and it's probably overwhelming.
They're
like,
for sure there.
Yeah, I mean, it's free cake and booze and.
Yeah, it's like a company party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we get a snapshot of the officers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, now that you say that, I was just going to say the music changes, and you start to get like a kind of like romantic slow dance song begins, and you look out and see that a number of your officers some of them have stepped away, but a couple have taken to the dance floor. Perhaps not surprisingly, Tavia and Mercuritor have taken the dance floor, doing this very elegant swaying. I mean, an air genasi on the dance floor alone is a sight to behold, but just the grace of this drow that they're dancing with as well. You see Honey and Connery have taken to the dance floor. Would any of you have a partner?
Wait, I'm sorry, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have we never asked about their backstories
No.
before? Why there's
No.
a Knoll and a Leonin on a ship? Maybe that's something to talk about later. Maybe that's something that you can find on our Discord at some point when I release all of the officers' backstories, because they're fully three-dimensional characters. They have lives, goddammit.
I'm here for it,
do.
but
I actually hear about that a
surprised.
lot. About like, well, you've never asked, and I'm like,
You don't just butt into someone else's romantic life.
Yeah, let me
also,
just go
like-
up to Connor and be like, "Hey, who are you sleeping with?"
it's like we've been on this
I will-
ship for like 2 years at this point.
I will give you all this. You have been on the ship for quite a while. Connery and Honey are not romantic, but they do have a very strong bond between one another. They joined the crew at the same time. They knew each other before they joined the Innocents, now the Redemption. And
BFFs.
they were on opposite sides of a war for a period of time. That Connery was exiled from his people, was a war cleric of sorts for the Leonin tribes, and were fighting against Knoll pirates, invaders, Knoll inhabitants of that same island, which Honey was a part of. And it was a moment of kind of saving an adversary that gave them a permanent bond. So yes, Honey, like Connery will never serve on a ship without Honey, and I think vice versa. So they have that sort of bond. And because she's always, in the galley, always working, this is just a nice time to stretch her legs. Plus, they're just as big as one another, so there's kind of that part too. But I would say that you all have been on the ship for 2 years. There's none of like Connery sneaking into the galley, or
He
Honey
wouldn't.
sneaking into the captain's quarters. They
wouldn't.
can't sneak. Yeah.
We just noticed that he gets an extra pork chop.
Yeah. And you're all like, there was pork?
The other white meat.
Oh, long pork. Yeah, let's not get into that. That was last night's game.
Yeah.
So yes, would any of you have a person you would like to dance with? I will leave Scarlet for last because that was the obvious one.
We all look at
Yeah.
Kayla.
Winnie is absolutely, and if Acacia doesn't already have someone in mind, like,
Nope.
Winnie is totally on board for that, like, high school dance, like, two really good friends, like, just doing the slow dance together. And I was gonna be eyeballing, like, if Acacia already had someone, maybe Zenji or I think there was someone else who stayed behind from the Reclaimers. But if not, like, if Acacia was down, like, Winnie would absolutely dance with her. But
You get a
gonna
ping.
be, yeah.
You like, if you're doing like the look and be like, hey, baby, you get a ping and you're like, this is the least weird option, please.
Absolutely.
Jeffrey just is floating at like shoulder level, just like hands out, like ready in the dancing position, and just looks dejected.
Holding a little tea light, like.
You can also join too, Jeffrey.
He has his little boutonniere. Yeah.
Oh no, they're the friend group, the three friends dancing together.
Oh
Just
god,
three
this is so
butts
awkward.
together, yeah.
I'm 8 feet tall, and you're like barely fine.
Wait. I think I have fly. I think Winnie would absolutely, like,
What made
Just hovering in the air.
yeah, burn a fly just to, like, make it less awkward. It's a slow dance.
Curio
it's fine.
and Darius are dancing together as well, of course. Yeah, I think that some of the officers as well kind of just, if there's somebody in town, you kind of pair up. Some of the Eve Walkers, a certain level of respect as well. I'm the Turtle, and Trosho. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Buddies.
Yeah, there's a lot of just like, ship intermingling and with the city folk as well. And Waller is absolutely dancing with the not cat homunculus Percival, who is flying with all 6 legs. Like a DeLorean, just like straight out. Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. It is about this time that the song ends, and actually no, I'm sorry, we're completely skipping over Scarlet, which was the whole point. Marcus holds out a hand for Scarlet to dance.
You were muted, I think. I didn't hear what you said.
Wow. Should
There
not
you go.
be muted.
There you go.
Strange. No, she'll take it.
Okay. And leads you out, just slow, kind of swaying. It's not like he's looking to do salsa or anything. Are you having a nice birthday?
Had a nice birthday last week when no one knew about it.
Well, that was private.
But it is nice everyone having a good time.
Because of you.
Okay.
Everyone's having a good time because of you. Look at all these people that want to celebrate you.
I think most people just have an excuse for a party.
I think you're much more than an excuse.
I'm okay with being an excuse.
I think this is a rather nice arm that Winnie made for you.
It is more than I could have ever asked her for.
Do you know if it has any secret compartments that are going to stab me if I press anywhere weird?
We'll have to ask.
Fantastic. I love that she didn't include an instruction manual.
Maybe don't go touching any weird places.
Just poison gas comes out, harpoon shoots.
I don't think Wendy would make anything that deadly. Maybe.
I see. We're lying today. Fantastic. Regardless, I am glad that you get to celebrate you today. I'm glad that even though, actually, especially because you dedicate your service day to others.
That's on purpose.
I'm aware. And so that is why I'm
hadn't
glad.
noticed.
I'm glad you get a day for you. You deserve that, especially after everything. After everything.
Everything I got myself into, to be fair.
That's not fair. You did not get yourself into everything. It started with someone else's decision. And I don't think you necessarily knew better for a long time. And once you did, you look what you've made of your life. Look at the chains you've broken, the lives you have changed. All the smiles around you are because of you. I just need you to know that.
I will accept that tonight. Don't try to tell me tomorrow.
Tomorrow, it sounds like we'll be busy with architectural discussion, so I'll probably forget. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see if any of the ideas are actually doable.
I can't wait for tomorrow. And the
3
tomorrow after that.
staircases and 5 stories. I'm kidding. That is too much house.
Also, I'm not sure that math works.
It doesn't.
How do you get to the last 2?
You get creative.
Upsetting. You either jump or fall, and neither's a great option. It is about at this point that you all hear the voice in your shell phone, should you be wearing it, of Proximus. What would you all like to do?
Remind me what he said again, Michael.
Yeah.
Was like I got bad news or something. I got a problem.
Yeah.
Insert mood killer line here.
Something along those lines, yes.
Insert mood killer here, yes.
Nondescript issue, signed Proximus.
I just
vague warning.
Emotion-filled brain dump.
Bring a tarp.
Yeah. I have a present for you. Happy birthday.
Dear everyone, vague upsetting news. Your friend Proximus.
Whatever the actual line is, I think just Acacia just stops. Looks at Winnie. And then looks over at Scarlet.
Just like peeking over at you. Like,
where are you? And you hear in his voice just that it is no proxy. It is Proximus. Where are you?
Better question is, where are you? We should come to you.
Yeah, we're coming.
Come alone.
Where?
Right. My place. The the land part.
Yeah, we'll go. Or Winnie's gonna go.
Like, I feel like you're still just flying, and I plop you on my back.
Yeah, perfect.
And then
we're riding off. Winnie stays in the same spot.
Oh no! Wait!
That almost came through my nose. Oh god.
I'll start weaving through the crowd, and then once it's clear, I'll start going.
Yeah, I don't think that people necessarily notice. Because music frivolity is still going on. So
intoxication.
Yeah, we're like past the halfway point, I think, of the party.
Yeah, so as you all kind of just like, go off, there's still, the majority of people there. I think a couple of eyes dart towards you, but also when Acacia goes running off and hasn't warned anybody, that's Acacia time. That's for Acacia. Winnie as well.
Yep.
Scarlet, Marcus looks to you, especially as you did like the over the shoulder thing at Acacia. Is this brain or shell?
No.
Do you need to go?
Yes.
Then go. I will
handle
things.
Start running. Not as fast, but I'll make it there eventually.
Right, just like when you need to leave a party quickly, like with emergency, like, hi, hello, hey, great to see you. Hi, yeah, okay, all right. Okay.
Are there any lights on or anything?
So, lights in the town are sparing. There are lanterns that are lit at night, but you are exiting essentially you're on the outskirts of town, which is where Proximus said his home is, and there's not a lot of light in the forest, the jungle, which is, I think we've described before, something you had to traverse through to get there. It is a starry night, but the moon is not full. And especially in the trees, it's pretty dark. So, you all get there. Acacia, most likely first. Winnie, well, I guess Winnie as well. Winnie and Acacia. Scarlet bringing up the rear. You all, I guess, Proximus, tell me what they would see when they arrive at your domicile.
When you enter you see in the middle of the room, the main living area, the glaive stuck into the ground, laid down, with a large triton tied to it, unconscious. And I am sitting at I will say a table, kitchen table, drinking red drink, something very strong. And but no lights drink on. You see my silhouette, but you can't see well, I guess you guys all have night dark vision. You can see
it's dark, it's dim in here, even with you have dark vision, so you would see Proximus's outline for sure.
I am bleeding from my face pretty bad. I'm in bad shape.
As soon as I get inside with Winnie, and seeing how bad of a shape you are, like I kind of like shimmy you off, Winnie, before like not even saying anything, just like stepping up to you and like just begin to start healing you. I don't say no. Oh no.
Not. I appreciate the thought.
You look,
at least let me stop the bleeding.
Yeah, you look real rough, and
you look really bad, like about to fall over really bad, and I would like you not to die.
I don't mean to be so dramatic, but I could have healed myself. This is pain that I must feel, if that makes sense.
To add something to this scene, you would all see that also the wound on Proximus's face, you're not in total darkness. It's almost like the dying embers of a fire. There's a little bit of light emanating in this shape that I'm not sure any of you would recognize. That is over where his eye would be.
At least let me clean it so you don't get an infection. No magic.
Okay.
Then I'll start. I have like some supplies on me. I'll start getting those together and like.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and just do a medicine check.
Yeah. Disinfectant and all that.
Who
is Scarlet there yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Everybody, this is Dominator, the one that was probably rightfully supposed to take my place after Corvus died. And she visited me from the Nalos.
21 medicine check.
There we go. Yeah, with the
got
21
a good bandage across.
Yeah, no, there's absolutely that. Acacia is able to. No, 100%. Acacia, you might even give a sniff to whatever Proximus is drinking, which I'm going to differentiate this. Light red drink, like ruby red drink, non-alcoholic. Dark red drink, that's the hard shit. Maybe you even have some of Winnie's moonshine and can use that as disinfectant, but you were able to disinfect the wound. However, as you were doing so, you notice that there absolutely is a magical quality to the wound itself, especially where the light is still just almost completely faded. And again, in a sigil is what I'm going to call it, that you might not recognize.
I don't think I would.
Yeah.
I'm
It
not
is
gonna roll.
Nalos specific. But yes, you are able to bind the wound, give him a little makeshift eye patch for a time.
Proximus, I don't think you have a mirror in here, but are you aware that you have a brand on your face?
I was not aware of that, but I assumed that was the case, knowing who she is. Can I roll history, arcana? What do you want me to roll to?
I'll write it on like a piece of paper. I'll like trace it on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. History, arcana would both work.
-1 to all.
Even religion would probably work. I'd give you advantage as well. You would
I'm such
know
a
this
dummy.
symbol.
Such a dingus. That's not bad. 14?
Yeah. Proximus, you would have seen this as a threat that's probably been held over the head of the Nalos for a long time. I'm not sure you would have ever seen this in person, but this is the symbol of the heretic, the exile, the apostate. You have been marked as subhuman in a way. You are like a rabid animal to the Nalos with this mark. You have been marked as someone who is a villain, an enemy, someone who should be killed on sight by Dominaire. She has marked you as the worst kind of thing to exist. That is what this symbol encompasses. It is essentially the symbol of someone who is exiled. But to the Nalos, any outsider, especially in exile, is dangerous and should not be suffered to live.
And I'm sorry, is it magical or
the wound is magical? It was from the branding smite.
Okay.
So to reference a very cool character, Bishop from the X-Men, if you want to think of a mark over the eye, it's kind of what we're going
kiss.
for here. Yes.
I love it.
Okay, all right.
He was like, all right, guys, get a room. Yeah. Here for it. This means that I am the worst enemy to the Nalos. And I will be killed on sight from anyone from there. And they will continue. If Dominator does not return, they will send another, and another, and another.
She's not dead, right?
No.
What are you gonna do with her? What should we do with her?
We have to show her what happened.
We have to free them from this ignorance, if you will, subjugation that they are under, this falsehood from Eula. But I cannot kill my own people.
Even if we tried to tell them, would they even believe it? Faith is a strong thing. False faith, even more so.
That is where I'm coming at a loss. I have no idea what to do next. I have to have proof. And the proof is dead.
Remember, Geisha, when I scried for you and I showed you what I saw? Because we were linked.
Mm-hmm.
What if we one, tie her up, and not in a fun way. Link with her, and all of our memories are going to match up on what happened. We can't all have false memories about what happened. Not that similarly, anyway. One by one. If it works for her, maybe it can work for others.
I agree. Just so you know, she is not the nicest to me, and so when she does awake, she's she might say things that Acacia, you might want to punch her in the face.
Is this permission?
I
don't think that will give a very good impression.
No, you're right.
She's gonna say things that will make us all angry. I've heard them for years. It is not who she is, it is who she was made. Does that make sense?
I'm just double checking my psionic whispers that it doesn't have to be a willing creature. As an action, choose one or more creatures you can see. It does not have to be a willing creature.
All right.
Love that wording.
Sense. Yeah.
I love it when it's in our favor.
Yeah.
Sending doesn't have to be willing. I guess message doesn't have to be willing. I mean, I think you could destabilize an entire kingdom by misuse of sending if you just keep waking up the king at like 2 a.m.
Can we do this to the Nerian Empire? Thanks for the idea.
Yeah.
We gotta get close enough.
Sending goes over any distance.
Yeah, sending.
You're
yeah.
right.
Yeah. That's why everybody has court wizards, just to make sure that they're just secretaries at night,
intercepting the messages.
Right.
Hello,
right.
You've reached the court of King Umbersell. Would you like to leave a message? He's currently indisposed.
I hope it's the indisposed part we like. Dead? What?
He's currently on the toilet. What can I? How can I assist you?
Yeah,
I'm court wizard Merlin. How can I assist you?
Yeah, standing it. If in case of emergency, please contact.
In case of emergency, please contact your local paladin. If your local paladin is indisposed, please pray to whatever gods you might be visiting very soon.
Perfect.
I'm down for that. I also have Zone of Truth. Like we can definitely try to get.
She's gonna lie to us. Oh well, I guess it would convince her that we're not lying.
We're not lying, right? Yeah.
Does that work for mental stuff or like mind link? You still lie in your brain if you're in a zone of truth?
Words spoken, I think.
Yeah. We'll figure that out. We're going to go to break.
Yeah, let's go. This is a great time to go to break.
And I will let you all strategize how you're going to mentally interrogate this woman. Stick around, folks. We will be back in about 10 to 15. Take care of yourselves. In the meantime, enjoy our lovely commercials. Just a couple of things real quick. Again, you can support this cast and crew through tips to Pally. Please consider doing so should you be willing and able. You can also impact this game if you do so. Also, we are an affiliate with Greenleaf Geek Dice. Want to make sure I said that right. You can get 10% off of your online order there, including some sets which might be really cool for a nautical game or really any game. Greenleaf Geek has a number of really cool resin art pieces, dice accessories. It's a great site, and you can use code SWORD and KEY, all caps with underscores between the words, for 10% off your order there. Okay, we'll be back in about 10 to 15. See you then. Stick around. Vast and welcome back to Horizons Call, everybody. Let's jump back into stuff real quick before we do. I do want to remind you all once again that if you are willing and able, you can tip this cast through our pally.gg and impact this game and make me sing a sea shanty if you get to a certain level. Again, if you are generous enough, if you are able to be generous enough, we never want you to do anything that you're not able to do, but it is always very much appreciated. I should have mentioned this the several times I talked about Pally before. Pally is what we do instead of Twitch. Twitch takes way too much out of whatever you are generous enough to give. And if you do give, like if you subscribe, if you give bits, all that stuff is really appreciated. It goes directly towards the channel. The channel does not yet break even, which is why we use Pally in the first place. But if you give to the channel, it helps us pay off the licenses that we use for like Epidemic Sound, which is where we get all of the music that you hear, or Zoom licenses or anything else. But we try to circumvent all of that and try to support our players first and foremost, which is what Pally is the tool that we have found best does that task, achieves that goal. So anything you give to Pally gets evenly distributed based on shares. So all our players get even shares based on what you are able to give. So that's why we do it. That's why we use it. If you're able, it's appreciated. Okay, back into it. You all have found Proximus. It was severely injured, but he has been stabilized, at least. I'm not sure any additional hit points have been given, but no longer pouring blood onto his own floor. Along with the unconscious form of Dominaria Midnight. And you all have decided that maybe it's time to win some hearts and minds in this religious war. So, what would you all like to do?
Can you mind link someone when they're unconscious? But also, firstly, can we tie her up?
I thought she was already tied up. I thought.
Yeah, I tied her up.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Right.
She's
Can we
tied
at least
up
put her
to
in
my glaive though. Like if she pulled hard enough,
can we like?
Yeah.
Glaive is stuck in the ground. She's tied to that.
Did a
Do you
chair
want me to
survive?
sit on her?
I mean,
I think something was just unlocked.
What? Please don't look at
Wait,
me like
what?
that. I'm like I'm half a ton. I literally weigh half a ton.
Gently step on her.
Proximus like, no.
Respectfully,
I'm only
not
into,
that.
I'm into other
But
half animals,
gently?
the bird half animals.
anyway, join us over on AO3. Sword and Key.
Okay, but if anyone ever does write fan fiction of Horizons Call fan fiction, please just DM it to me.
Yeah.
I'll have you something by the end of next week. That's almost done.
Ooh, the harpy's nest.
Oh.
Okay, when's
Lord.
LD gonna write that?
Yeah, well, when LD has more time, okay? That's what I'm saying.
That's fair.
Yeah. I just roped LD into Monster Crush, so when LD has more time.
Through all
You're
the
just
projects.
literally taking all of her free time away.
Honestly.
Right.
Okay, but yes, you all, how would you like to bind Dominaria? I should also note that if you, well, let me ask this instead of noting anything. Is this a just you problem, or are you going to look for outside resources?
Proximus does have manacles, so we could definitely just cuff her.
Okay.
So
It doesn't say I can't. It doesn't say it has to be on someone who's conscious. So I'm just gonna do it between the four of us.
mhm.
Okay.
And when she does become conscious, it'll be,
Add her onto the call. All right.
I'm gonna add her onto the call.
Party line.
I do have manacles in my bag.
You could bind hands and feet if you have 2 sets of manacles.
Yeah, let's do that.
I also have hempen rope.
The soft stuff, nice. Or no, that's the other.
That's silk, Derek.
Yeah, that's the silken rope. That's right. The hempen rope is the stuff you find on a ship. That's the rough
hemp
stuff.
is
Yeah,
rough.
Oh, I don't care.
I'm just
Okay.
stating for Derek's knowledge.
Alright. So
Thank you.
we have
Yeah.
enough
Okay.
to tie her up.
Yeah.
Okay. Then whoever is tying her up, please give me a sleight of hand for your knots. Proximus, working on his knots, will have advantage on this.
Hey, I'll help out.
Scarlet, I also, for some reason, feel like should also have advantage on this.
Yeah, I'll put
That's
the manacles.
character bleed.
Yeah, maybe that's
I will-
character.
I will hand over the rope, and then I will use the manacles on her legs.
Right.
Okay. You know what? It's not character bleed because Scarlet has brought up using rope before.
Yes.
So
But
yeah.
again,
That's
no,
true.
it's still character bleed. I'll help if y'all want me to.
I am gonna watch them with their rope tying.
mhm.
Well, I'm great with a 7. Still getting used to the new prosthetic.
With advantage.
Mine's
Yeah,
a
it was
19.
both. They were both 7s.
Oh,
Yeah. Rough tonight.
Is
apparently.
Winnie gonna have to do this?
I got my 1 nat 20.
Yeah,
trying to
is
ruin my own
Winnie or
surprise
Acacia?
party.
mine is 19.
Okay, good.
So-
Winnie, Eva, what's your plus at for sleight of hand now at this level?
15.
Same. High five.
15. Yeah, so I have you both look over my knots.
Yeah.
Can we?
guys?
I
Okay.
think it could be better for someone with her strength and
Yeah.
prowess.
Mm-hmm.
If
Maybe
you
you
were
should've-
looking over them, you may retie them should you want.
Yeah, I specifically did say I was looking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Just
definitely.
like maybe you should have dried your bloody hands first. Is all I'm saying.
All right, let me roll.
You know,
1 second.
The left
Are
side.
you- okay,
looks
that's
really good.
bullshit.
The right side,
I-
not so great.
I'm using my inspiration because that's bullshit. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh my
What's
god.
there for? Yeah.
She unties it.
I rolled another fucking nat 1 on a different die. Fuck. I'm too frazzled. Winnie, you do it.
I am now judging Acacia's rolling.
Where's
God.
Jeffrey?
I like how she's
Night.
like, not like that, Proximus, and then unties it and leaves it.
Winnie, like on her light
It's tangled.
rendering,
I can't get it untangled.
rolling a 19 for 34 is like Acacia, no.
Wow. Wow.
Winnie, you're not sure you could undo this knot. You have in effect have created the Gordian knot. All right.
Brilliant.
2 fucking nat 1s on different dice. I'm so pissed.
I cheated by having little Jeffrey like shine his little gem of brightness, like, yeah.
So essentially, I'm going to say Dominaire will not be able to sleight of hand her way out of this. She would have had to meet or beat whatever your sleight of hand was to untie herself. The rope still does have a DC 17 strength check to burst out of it, but you also have the manacles as well. So, are you interrogating her in where she is right now in the home, or are you taking her somewhere else?
I would like to sit right in front of Proximus's entrance because I feel like correct me if I'm wrong, Michael, but I feel like I can just barely get through your front door.
Oh, I think I
What's
would have
left of the
made
front
it
door?
large enough for you to make
But like not by
be
much, maybe.
Acacia. Yeah, it would be Acacia size would be the maximum. Yeah.
I'm gonna sit in front of the front door and that entrance.
Okay. So yes, with Acacia essentially barricading the door with her body, Dominaira begins to come out of unconsciousness. She is. Go ahead.
Oh, Proximus, when she awakes, touches her on the shoulder and heals. I would say 15.
Okay.
15 hit points with lay on hands.
And her eyes flutter as you do so. Blood that has been slowly coming from her mouth and a couple other wounds seals up just a little bit, kind of stems the flow as you stabilize her. And her bioluminescent eyes look around the room, starting with Proximus, and she immediately starts struggling against the rope. She immediately starts struggling against the manacles until her eyes dart and she sees Scarlet and Winnie and Acacia, who no insight check is just confused as to what you are.
There.
Yeah.
And she looks around this space and I should have guessed you did not have the stomach to kill me.
There is no need for death among the Nalos.
So you just wish to torture me then? Very
No.
well.
I thank you for this wonderful branding that you left on my face. We are here to show you the truth.
I know the truth, Proximus, better than you ever have. I am the truth. You are a falsehood. And that
You can't
brand is to
handle the
mark you
truth.
as such.
Sorry. I know. I'm disappointed in myself. I'm sorry.
You had me at hello.
Well, we can do this a lot of different ways, but he just looks at Acacia like, do we link her in?
I already linked her.
So, not realizing that she has been linked in, her thoughts are racing. You can tell that she is thinking to herself how to break these manacles, which of you to take out first. Just, again, very confused as to what Acacia is. Wondering if Acacia is something that can be ridden to safety, or probably not. There's a sea elf.
You get she gets like a direct thought saying like, I am sentient and no, I am not just a beast of burden.
And that thought just dies. Looks over to Winnie. Winnie, you pick up the thought, like 4 out of 10. Looks to Scarlet.
Wait, is she just like, because we can't read minds, is she unintentionally sending all of this to us?
Yes. Yeah. She doesn't realize that she is saying this. It's not. Also, Winnie, you realize this is not a rating of your attractiveness. This is how she thinks. How easy it would
dangerous.
be to take you out. Yes.
Right.
Looks at Jeffrey.
Winnie is much less offended by that.
But yes, Dominera takes kind of like note of her own injuries and is looking around to all of you. But yeah, I think definitely when she hears Acacia's voice in her mind, there is a stop. Oh, you heard all of that. It doesn't matter. You won't be able to stop me.
You have already been stopped. I beat you. This is not a fight any longer. Do you understand that?
Our lives are a war, Proximus. How can you say that the fight is no longer? You are my enemy. You will always be my enemy.
The fight.
We were taught to never stop until our enemy was dead, and yet here you are, a coward, showing mercy to your enemy.
This is all the lie that they have taught you over the years, that there is nothing else but war. But there is a whole world out here that you are missing. And we are going to show you that world.
You know, I'm really glad that Corvus didn't share this thought process.
Yes.
Corvus, another coward. Someone who died so far before his time.
You're not wrong there.
These are definitely the words that I was telling you about. Please don't punch her.
Arbiters are meant to spend decades, centuries in service.
The one before Corvus did, he was a pain in the ass.
He was great. Corvus was weak. Corvus could not make it, and look what he trained. Look what he gave us, another weak one. One who let our God Queen
and
die.
not you.
For good purpose. I was left back to protect our people. We thought at the very least Proximus would just die soon in service to Eula, our God Queen, and that we would just replace him, get him out of our way.
What were you protecting your people from?
Everything.
That is not specific enough.
The dangers of the world are vast and horrible. Our people were
aware.
Yes. Our people were a constant threat from everything. Kraken, aboleths, Sahuagin, Ixtichadl.
You see, you say Kraken, and that's very funny. Because I thought Eula was supposed to protect you from those.
She did. She did. And then she died.
That's because she was a Kraken. She was the mother of Kraken. I can show you. We can all show you what she was like in the end.
I have seen magical illusions before. Nothing you show me will change my mind.
This will be the truth. That is why we are in your head right now.
You will see our memories, what we went through, and you will see exactly what she was.
I can tell you I was under her for 10 years. She had all of you fooled.
For centuries, she has subjugated our people.
There's pause to Dominera. Have you all cast Zone of Truth?
I'll cast it right now.
Okay.
I'll willingly fail.
Yep. Same.
I will also fail.
Winnie will fail. I don't think you need an insight check. There's a little trepidation with this whole talk about, like, you know, you'll see all our memories and, like, all that. And in her head, like, Winnie's just sort of like, wait, like, all of our memories? Or, like...
The one you present.
Yeah, okay. Just checking.
What memory is Winnie scared to
Right?
share?
I mean, it's not like there's some embarrassing moments, and like
Winnie's dressed Jeffrey up like a little baby. Is like, you're a little baby. No, it's one of the Tressums, and Winnie's dressed up like a little baby. He's like, you're a little baby, and I love you. I love you.
Winnie, you should know by now. I can't. We can't read each other's minds. It's whatever you throw in a mind link.
Yeah, she's been Zone of Truth plenty of times.
I think little Jeffrey's gonna try and resist it again.
I don't even think it affects him.
I think it has to be a sentient being.
He's a
But he is.
Borderline sentient.
Borderline sentient.
That's his
Yeah.
moment.
It's like that fine line.
Oh, I want
That's
a
one way
t-shirt
to
that
put
says
it. Oh
that.
my god.
Did fail it, so whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, she does not contest it either. What are you going to show Dominera?
We should probably start off with Scarlet. You know the most.
Oh,
Scarlet, what images would you like to, what memories would you like to share with Dominera?
The beginning first.
Okay.
The first few months of being under Eula.
Sure.
That fucking pain in the ass arbiter that she had to deal with for 7 years. What Eula trained her to be. Just small glimpses. And then meeting Corvus. Realizing that he and the previous arbiter were very different. And the slow breakdown of what Eula actually was that kind of snowballed from that. And then everyone's favorite heartstring to pull on, the night that Corvus died. And the new fresh memory that's relatively new of, it was Eula that did it, not Scarlet. And then meeting Proximus and changing patrons and the downfall further. The assassination attempts were also a good time. When Proximus and Scarlet broke their oath and pact. And then finally when they last confronted Eula.
Are you showing the final battle, the thing that she became?
Mm-hmm. The words. So I'm pretty sure there was talk of the Nalos in that last bit. I don't quite remember because it was 2 years ago.
Quite a while ago.
Holy shit.
But yeah, just all of it.
I think as Scarlet is finishing up that part, I pop in because I never really knew her previously.
Right.
So my only memories of Eula are that meeting we had before we all got the star down. And then the actual fight, probably focusing on who she actually was. Transformation. And all that lovely carnage.
Did you, since this was mentioned, did you want to show any of, since you have the most experience as a surfacer, what the surface world is like from your perspective?
Yeah, on like what it's actually like. Yeah,
Mhm.
glimpses of what's on land, how we're just people. A lot of unarmed people who haven't done anything, honestly. Regular day-to-day life.
Family structures, things that the
Yep.
Nalos don't have. Yeah. Okay.
One massive pan of the Soterian plains.
More green than Dominaria has ever seen in her life. Winnie.
Winnie also didn't have such a terrible experience personally with Eula as Scarlet and Proximus did. So she is going to present, like, I guess her side of the final fight, like listening to Eula and, you know, just kind of a confirmation, like, same conversation, different angle. But also probably the responses, because Winnie was in a very, like, privileged position of having never crossed Eula up until the end. She was a contractor, like, you know, at least in her mind, like, she just kind of flitted in and out of the fen pretty comfortably, all things told. But I think she would remember how people around the world kind of would react to Eula, and, you know, the things people would say about her, the impact she had, the negative impact she had on people, and their perspectives, you know, the above world impact that she had.
Yeah. Winnie, who's also met other Tritons, probably more than everybody else.
Yeah.
And also the perhaps Fall Amaril, this underwater kingdom that is not isolationist, that has all these various peoples.
Yes. And I think less, I mean, maybe Dominaria knows where it is, but less of like a, you know, hey, here's where we are on the map, but more of like a general, like, you know, this is a society that isn't under the thumb of a Kraken queen. And maybe just like a bird's eye view snapshot of like different places Winnie's been, different, you know, Axia, and even the Goliaths up north, and just different cultures and different freedoms that people have, and, you know, maybe even the pool at Umberlee's Eye, I guess it would be the Eye, but that ring of gods, and where they found Eula, like down below, cracked and forgotten and scrubbed from.
Winnie, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Everything was going so well.
At disadvantage.
Oh, balls.
Can I just say
You're
that
also
Kaila
within 10 feet of me, so
thank
plus
God.
5.
True. Kaylee made a really good point in chat with now we all know trauma in regards to Corvus and how it happened and that it was Eula's fault.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to keep my anger out when I learned that.
You said it was plus 5?
Plus 5.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so that's 11 total.
Winnie, you, I think, showing this to Dominaria, who has been more confused and I think overwhelmed is kind of what you're getting for a lot of this, but seeing all these gods, it's like showing a Greek pantheon to a zealot. You are trying to force this ulterior belief onto someone who is the most monotheistic they can get and believes that her god was murdered. So as your memories are being pushed at her, she pushes back, and you all would see for the first time, with the exception of Proximus, you all would see the home of the Nalos, the home of the Mid-Seas. As Dominara's memories flood all of yours, the vision that Winnie has been pushing of Umberlee's eye almost drowns in and of itself. These statues of these numerous deities just crumble away, and all of a sudden you are in this crevasse with only Tritons around you, all of them armed, all of them in this gleaming black mithril with these gold accents, and before you, as tall as anything you have ever seen, carved into the endless depths of this crevasse, is Eula with outstretched arms, this statue that has been carved into the natural stone itself, the face of the person that held shackles over many of you, the person that tried to kill each and every one of you. And she just refuses to see anything else in this moment. All of the green that she was in awe of a moment before, the concept of family that she had never seen before, centaur, a word that she had never heard in her life and is trying to conflate somehow with seahorses. She is forcing herself to her happy place, which is dark and draconian, and somewhere that none of you would ever find comfort. And Proximus, it's home.
Just to the rest of the party, not Dominara. If it gets too much, just let me know and I will stop transmitting her images to the rest of you. But I feel like it's important not to right now.
Can I shift to things like less broad, like here's world religion, and more to like Proximus and Connery training on the ship decks, Scarlett's birthday, Acacia, running off through the fields, and I was gonna say maybe doing, the stealing of the coin, Edgar's coin, but it occurs to me, Dominar, that's probably too sneaky for...
Yeah, maybe leave the thievery out of the paladin memories.
Yeah.
First time I turn into an animal, you see me turn into a bird.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
More confusion. Yeah.
Right.
But like personal level memories of like
Sure.
Beautiful things and not education.
Maybe you
but
focus
like
on color.
fighting. Yeah, color, music.
Yeah, especially you just saw their home, which is blues, blacks. The only light, the only color comes from some bioluminescence, but for the most part, it is so monochrome, that far away from the sun.
Probably just the coral reefs and Yeah.
Or again, I mean, looking out and seeing a ship with all of its colorful sailors and Proximus and Connery on this wooden deck with these vibrant sails and just, so much more color. It's you're like giving those glasses that can people who are red-green colorblind. It's like seeing color for the first time.
Probably the sirens, the music, but also the various. I mean, they're beautiful in their color variety, right? Like,
and you were able to push back, and you were able to kind of regain control over the narrative here. And Proximus, what would you like to finish off with?
He would start with when he came to the surface, the last moments that he had with Corvus, then him coming to the surface, meeting Eula, showing the level of dedication that he originally had, and then slowly seeing what she sent him on this journey for in the first place, to gather more power. The people that we came across that were serving her, the conversation that he had with Callisto that said that there's things worse than death, that she ripped her from the Shadowfell back into existence to serve her. The conversations, the books that were read at the monastery that showed what the Nalos were before her. The Tritons that he met at Winnie's home that were astonished because a Nalos had never been alive before. They thought we were all dead. The moment that he saw Persona's statue, that he gave his only weapon, his most prized possession, as an offering, and then met with the Triton fisherman, only to be given the same weapon back. The dedication that he gave in front of his new family, giving his life to Persona, and then showing the difference between the two, and Eula Salt Smile and what she became, the mother of Krakens.
I would like Proximus to give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
I think I need the jellyfish. It's gotta go with, yeah. Oh, plus 10, so that is a 28.
Okay. I had her roll either wisdom or charisma, trying to see if she can find plot holes. I'm sure there's a couple. Trying to find a way to see her reason through the truth that you all have shared. She rolled a 20, but she only has a +5. Proximus, you look at your sister-in-arms, the woman who has tried to kill you probably more than once, even in sparring. This time she really gave it her all. And she looks down at her manacles and just sighs. I see so much of what I didn't know. And I don't know what to believe at this point. I can tell you all are telling the truth. Does that invalidate my truth? Have I been wrong my entire life? And if so, where does that leave me now?
Sister Dominator, this is where I started my journey, my real journey. Because for far too long, living a lie was not truly living. I am sorry to show you this. I'm sorry that you are wrong. I am sorry that this even happened to you. But if we want our people to be free, to live again, you have to do this with me. There is no way that we can do this separated.
There are tears in her eyes as she looks up and she says, "It would have been a kinder thing to just kill me." You all watch as, with that, her head lowers, and she takes her arms, and I'm sorry, I'm not right in front of my face. Her head lowers, and she looks at her manacled wrists, and with a 17 plus 5, snaps the chain and lunges for Proximus.
The manacles were on the feet.
They were on both, because Proximus had a set and you had a set.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. Sorry.
Yes.
Well, what about the rope?
The rope had a DC 17. So
Okay, so it's all DC 17. Got it.
it was DC. I think manacles are, they have 15 hit points. It's DC 20 strength check, but she rolled a 17. She has a plus 5.
Okay.
So
Her strength is just part of what makes her hot.
Let me just remove the manacles from my inventory now. It's fine.
We did determine that the manacles that Acacia put on were on her feet, to be fair.
Yeah.
And you can always get more. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even going to remove anything from my inventory. I'm just going to replace it. It's fine.
But she is lunging for Proximus. Proximus, is there anything you would like to do? You have a reaction.
We all have a reaction.
She
sure do,
lunges
but
for
she does.
I hug her.
Which is what she was going for in the first place.
My hand to her head, holding it. Dominator, I am so sorry.
And Proximus, as you open your arms to your family, she embraces you and just sobs into your chest. This one. And you all, in the darkness of this room, see two Tritons that had forgotten the world for their entire lives. Two Tritons that, by all rights, should have been a part of this world a long time ago, or should have forsaken it entirely. And yet here they are on the surface. Here they are once again together, bound by blood and tears. Both on the journey towards forgiveness, understanding, and taking back their lives for themselves. We still got half an hour. We're not stopping there. So,
Oh,
as much as that's a great stopping point, I'm sorry. I'm taking.
It is a great stopping point, but
yeah. But
golly.
Dominaria stays, arms wrapped around you until the sun rises, falls asleep crying. What does the next day bring for all of you? I guess, are you staying the night with Proximus and Dominaria? Or are you leaving them to it?
no,
Okay.
I'm not staying.
Yeah, no. Unless Proximus, actively says...
Don't leave me
TFO.
with her.
Yeah. But as far as I know,
Yeah,
he's
just
still at, 2
waves
hit
you all
points.
off.
So, if for no other reason, just making sure that,
Yeah, she
Yeah, I
just
haven't
crushes
healed myself.
ribs right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
probably-
squeezes too hard.
I'll probably just do a check, a once over visual check to make sure like none of his bandages need to be changed, and I'm gonna just sneak out. Not staying. Best of luck. Call if you need me. Mind link should be good for good chunk of hours. I rolled 7 hours.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That'll get you to morning. Okay. So morning arrives. You all go back to your respective sleeping areas. Scarlet, should you want to stay on the island, there are accommodations made for like hotels, basically. You can get a hotel room. Winnie, your home hop skip away from Proximus's. You can see your front door. You can certainly leave Jeffrey there just to like keep a little eye on things.
He's always watching.
Oh, Scarlet wasn't leaving.
Yeah, no.
Mother. Oh, Scarlet's not leaving. Okay.
No, she's
Yeah.
gonna hang out in the be really weird in the corner and just sit and make sure everyone's okay.
Yeah,
Mother,
I mean,
what are tears? Just Jeffrey's just tugging. Mother, can you teach me to cry? I
This
wish
is
for
probably-
emotions, Mother.
This is probably her first time having a hug. She probably just learned what a hug is. Knows how warm they are. This is probably her first time crying because you can't cry underwater.
Yeah, you can't. You just nobody else can tell. It's the best place to be depressed.
Yeah, crying in the rain. Yeah, I want to comfort her, but I feel like at some point in time he just passes out.
Yeah. I need you all to know that because Michael said crying in the rain and my brain is broken, I almost recited the Tears in the Rain monologue from Blade Runner, but I didn't, and Eva knows that, and I need the rest of you to know that. I didn't do it, and that's healthy of me. There we go.
Good job. I'm proud of you, bud.
It's good. It's important to recognize healthy moments.
It means nothing to me, but I'm proud of you.
Yeah, sea beams
it's
glittering
just
in the
like
dark. Nope.
anytime
Nope, don't
a
do it.
shark comes up, his Jaws monologues like click through, and he has to repress those too.
Oh,
Black eyes like a doll's eyes. All right. Anyway. So, Scarlet, maybe even sitting with your own Corvus thoughts as they, no pun intended, resurfaced. Yeah, Keisha, you leave. Jeffrey like goes in for the 3-person hug, and Winnie maybe like pull him back, like that's inappropriate, buddy. Not every hug is meant for Jeffrey.
Yeah, I'll hug him and I'll like tuck down into like my own corner. I guess to just like keep an eye on things.
Okay.
picture this is like a small living room area
I
with
do
like
want to give
the
like,
bar
the-
back to the kitchen.
I mean,
yeah. I do want to give like the AOK via my like I don't is it a can I still call it a tome? I don't know the hell to call that. The paper walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your
right.
notebook? Your handy dandy notebook?
the righty tighty.
Your
The paper walkie-talkie.
your far journal. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Far journal?
Yeah.
Or like your
Trapper keeper.
yeah, that makes it sound like it's a mimic.
I like
Your love letter. No, we'll
No.
come up with something.
Well,
Yeah.
I like far journal.
I like
we'll
far
workshop
journal.
that.
Far
Yeah.
journal. Okay. Far journal until further notice. Yes, you may absolutely give the AOK to Marcus, and he informs you party is dying down anyway. Everybody's pretty drunk. So okay. The next day arrives. Most of you are still in Proximus's vestibule of a top story.
Only half of us.
Such a great word, by the way.
I
Vestibule,
left.
yeah.
3/4.
Oh, am I the only one who left?
Scarlet,
Yeah.
Scarlet
You're the
Winnie
only one that
Proximus.
left, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but to be fair, it's incredibly crowded
Yeah,
with
no,
me in
no,
there.
that's
And
valid.
Acacia's big. Acacia counts as half of you.
Like I
That's
probably
fair.
took off a good chunk.
Yeah. You took up
Of
the
your
whole
living
doorway.
room.
Okay. So yes, morning has arrived. What are y'all doing?
Sure no one's dead. No one died no one died tonight.
Yeah.
You get the shell phone.
Checking all wounds.
Like Acacia's probably the first one. Like do like the shell phone check in. Roll call. Are you all alive?
I
Yes.
see chests moving,
Yes.
so I want to go with yes.
I feel like I need to get Dominator a proper breakfast.
Uh,
A surface one or a aquatic one?
A
Do you-
surface one.
think she's gonna be okay if she wakes up and you're not there?
No. I'll wake her up. Yeah, that's. I mean.
Do you want me to just come bring you something?
No. Don't put yourself out. I think we should probably walk her around and make sure she doesn't have any weapons on her. I
Good
don't
call.
want her to cut anyone.
I don't want to overwhelm her.
Right.
We should maybe while you're out, we should get someone. You're gonna need like a little bit of a cleaning or something in here.
Possibly a new house.
I hope you didn't
There's
like
blood
that window.
everywhere.
Yeah.
We're also, along with your new friend, your sister in arms, as well as maybe getting her acquainted, figuring out what's going to go on from here on out. Is she going to stay here? Go back to the Nalos? I don't know how that will go, but it needs to be discussed. And we also need to go see Rollin at some point.
Don't remind me.
I have to remind you, someone has to be, at least one person needs to be responsible at a
No.
time.
I mean,
I
he
need
knows
to
we're
actually
back.
talk to him.
I saw him last night.
Can I just say, sorry about your party?
Why are you
Okay.
sorry?
Because I kind of ruined it, right?
You didn't
Like-
ruin it. I ruined it myself.
No, I mean,
Everyone had a good time. Everyone loves an excuse for a party. The person that the party is for does not have to be there.
Okay.
I'm
Well.
sorry we didn't save you cake though.
Honey was guarding
Uh,
it pretty well. There might actually be cake left.
I'll bring her some fish and see if she's willing to trade.
Good call.
Are we doing like a group breakfast with Dominator?
I think we need to travel in a group in case anything happens. Just in case.
Yeah, okay.
I
More of a-
gently
more of
wake her
fail
up.
safe.
I'll actually start getting a breakfast together for us.
Maybe
And-
like an outside table or something.
Yeah, something not smack dab in the middle of town.
Maybe we can go up to the monastery. There's not too many people up there.
That's
a little
also
picnic.
that is a trek.
Is it?
It is.
Oh,
I don't remember how long it is, but it's not a short trip. It's like in the
a
middle
full
of the
day
island.
journey. Yeah,
Yeah.
a half day journey
Oh.
or something. Yeah.
oh shit!
It's a pretty
Yeah.
reasonable island. I always forget how big it is.
It is like an actual hike.
I didn't realize that. I remember saying like, "Oh, I go up and check on the flowers, and then I go home." And I'm thinking like, "Oh yeah, I just
It's like 2
went-
blocks
You
away.
have to remember,
Yeah,
I
2 blocks
have
down.
I have 4 legs. I can run a little faster.
Yeah.
Actually,
when
the
it doesn't
flyers-
matter,
The
we
flyers
play
could
little
probably
willy
make
nilly
it,
with distance.
but like
yeah.
it's
All
not
right.
reasonable.
Yeah, let's find a nice little picnic area to sit down and maybe have breakfast.
You just tell me where to meet you. I will get some food, as well as backup food in case she doesn't find surface food palatable.
Yeah, that's great. So I think probably like right outside, because I'm outside of town.
You are.
So
you're basically in an estuary area, which is where the ocean kind of feeds into a little break off that's like brackish water. So you have like a little river kind of feeding in a little bit. So you basically have your personal beach. You have your
Yeah.
waterfront property.
we have a birthday party episode, a beach episode. Let's
Mhm.
do it.
An assassination episode.
I was just gonna say, just because you live on the beach doesn't make it a beach episode.
That sounds like a challenge.
Yeah,
That's
don't-
Twitter language.
Look at these 2 pictures and tell me the difference. They're the same picture. Okay.
I also need to voice my frustration that Acacia said roll call, and none of you did either a rap or come up with a call sign. Massively disappointed.
I don't know what that means.
Fish boy is good.
Yeah, like
Oh, now it's good.
I just need one to be like,
Green,
yeah,
green up.
Jaws 420, check it in.
That's little
I'm
Jeffrey's
so-
call sign.
Is
Right?
Scarlet
So
Shorts
glad-
not a meme name enough for you?
Let me just say I'm really glad little Jeffrey does not have shell phone access.
Same.
Right.
Especially because he only has
What do you guys
like...
think about death?
It'll be yours if you don't shut up.
Not now, little Jeffrey. Ask the bagman.
Just keep bringing up the bagman.
Oh.
Anyway, I will get food which will include but is not limited to toast, bread, a lot of I'll get some fish raw and cooked, some juice. I will also get some lighter foods that will probably be like good on like a tummy that has never had anything before, like rice and other stuff.
Could I have a sticky bun?
I will also get pastries. I will get pastries.
Thank you.
Sounds like we're eating the brat diet this morning.
You're gonna have a nice, yeah.
Banana rice, applesauce, and toast.
Oh,
That is
brat
included,
diet.
Not
Along
Derek, I
with-
saw your face. That's not the brat I meant.
but also bacon
Ooh.
and coffee.
Extra crispy, please.
Nothing changes minds like bacon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll meet you
Keisha,
somewhere.
Yes, you acquire food. Proximus, where are you all meeting?
Right on the beach. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. Like, yeah.
So, nice little sandy patch, a little bit closer to the ocean because I think we also determined that like clay deposits are the further inland that this little water bit goes. But yeah, Acacia, you still, we could say, still have the mind link for like a little bit longer, and are able to find exactly where everyone is. And Dominera is very quiet. She's still wearing her armor. She is unarmed. And is mostly just like walking side by side with Proximus, and just her head's not down, but she's just looking around at all of the greenery around her and the yellow, the brown that turns into the yellow of the sand.
Sound of
clear-
birds.
Sound of birds, yeah, the clearness of water, the sound of waves, and not just that dull pressure around her at all times. And she's been on the surface for a little bit, but
Right.
still.
The fires of Soteria, like she was there on our heels after.
Yeah.
Like she hasn't had like a chill day on the surface, I don't think.
Yeah. When I get there, I will take the large blanket off my back and hold it out to like Winnie or Scarlet. I figured we'd need something to sit on. Proximus does not have these comforts.
Nope.
I think it'll take
Yeah.
both Winnie and Scarlet to just get it out right.
Yeah, probably. It's like an acacia-sized blanket.
This is so domestic and also fraught with potential violence.
I am still armed, and I have my staff today.
Just bonk.
Nice.
Put it in the sand.
Proximus doesn't say anything. That is, if Dominator speaks to him, he will speak, but he's just kind of letting her take it all in.
And there's not really anybody around, but she does point at a couple of things. Like there's a bird in one of the trees, and she kind of leans towards you and says, "What is that thing?"
They're all over the place, and actually, the very large ones that speak, and it's a whole thing. Yes, but they are called birds.
Are they vermin?
No, they are great flying beings. They come in all shapes and sizes, just like us.
She looks down at your winged boots. Have you joined their clan?
kind of. Thinking back on, yeah. That's difficult. But no, so these are magic boots that I can fly with. We are very good swimmers, which most of the surfacers are not. But it takes a little getting used to flying and all that.
Think of birds as a type of skyfish. There are large ones, there are small ones. There are some you can eat and some you cannot, and some that are dangerous and some that are
Some
not.
that you have to fight. Yes.
Can I use
The
Oh, go ahead. Merritt, you were gonna say something?
I was just elaborating on the fish, skyfish.
Yeah.
She looks at Acacia, and what are you?
I should have expected this. I am something called a centaur.
Okay.
Part humanoid, part beast. That's as simple as I can get it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want food?
Can I use animal friendship to like call one of the birds over?
Yeah. Does it need to do a save or anything like that?
Only if its intelligence is 4 or higher. Oh wait, yeah.
No.
I guess it has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
A wisdom
What's the DC?
18.
Okay. You know, I did roll a 15, but I don't think that they're necessarily contesting anything. What kind of bird are you looking to get?
What did she point out?
Roll a luck check.
Oh my god.
I'm just seeing if Winnie can get like a cool seahawk or like a toucan, or if you're just getting a vomiting seagull.
I was imagining like a herd of turkeys.
14.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means, and I
Wild
don't think
turkeys.
I'm adding anything
better
to
than
it.
average, but you're not like getting, the mythical phoenix.
Do I get
I think
to
that's
add
weird.
my luck cat to that?
No, I guess technically,
Stone of good luck.
yes.
All right, 15.
All right. Okay, I think with that you were able to call down one of the like tropical birds, larger, something like a green parrot that flies down and just lands on your shoulder, gets its footing a little bit, looks at you, looks around.
I will offer it something from our smorgasbord, either a little bit of like a grape or I'm trying to remember what's okay for parrots.
You could say a peanut, that's fine.
A peanut, yeah. You know, that common tropical breakfast food, the peanut. And I'll just like, quietly talk to it about like, hey, like we're just talking about how pretty you are and just wanted to admire you for a minute if you wanted to like hang out and have a little bit of food and just let Dominaria, if she wants to, take a closer look.
Don't put your head near its face. Those beaks are sharp.
Don't put anything near its face. You only made that mistake once.
It takes the peanut with like holds it in its little foot and cracking it off. And she looks over the thing. It is very odd.
That's fair.
Most things are, when you get down to it.
As I want to like put out all the food and everything, and I also just want to waste a second level spell slot for something incredibly useless and domestic.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love it. I'm also gonna put out like a little metal pot of porridge, and I want to use heat metal on it so it stays warm.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Acacia's other job.
So good.
Catering.
You know who's really great at keeping things warm? Fire Genasi. My tea is never cold.
Nice.
Fondue nights every night.
Fondue.
It's so much fondue.
Okay, but like with the little like toast. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
Eva, I'll take you to the
anyway.
melting pot on a date. It's okay.
Thank
fondue
you,
restaurants.
yes.
Come on. I'm cooking. I'm doing all the work. Like
Michael has very strong feelings.
Michael, it's the same
Yes.
as hot pot restaurants. Let's not get started on this. I
Yeah.
have opinions as well. Okay, so
Michael, you're always
Dom-
invited to stuff, but I guess no, not the melting pot. Never mind.
I will complain the entire time. I'm sorry. Oh.
So, you all showed me many incredible things of the surface world, things that I never thought that I would see before. I suppose I should apologize for the things that I said to you. I think I should apologize. I have never had to do that before.
Apologize?
Mm-mm.
I mean,
I have had people apologize to me if they wanted to keep their lives and not be exiled, and she looks over at Proximus. It is a strange thing to learn that your entire life has been a lie. I don't know how you do it. Again, looking at Proximus.
This is not an easy path, right? I think that moving forward, we will take things slow and allow you to figure out where you want to be. It was hard for me to understand I had a choice and where I could be. But this is my new family. I go where they go. You need to find where you want to go.
I don't know where that would be. I can't go back home. It does not feel like home. And I cannot return to what that was. They would
Murder.
never believe. They would never believe me, and they likely would kill me for heresy.
Yeah.
Well, what do you like to do besides hunting and maiming?
Like, the light drains from her at that.
it's okay
I'm
to not
assu-
know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you all have shared names at this point.
Oh yeah.
Winora, I have my entire life believed that I was meant to die for a god that saved my people. That was my hobby. My hobby stemmed from that, so it meant keeping other people in line with our religious doctrine, punishing those who would step outside of our laws, training people how to kill most efficiently, how to hunt our quarry, making those who would stand against us suffer, even into the afterlife.
Okay, sure. Well, and obviously you're very skilled. And you know, a couple things. First, you should always have hobbies outside of work because it's easy to get really burned out otherwise, and that's not good for you, really, or your work, or your hobbies. And the other thing is that sometimes we learn skills in ways that aren't so great, but we can translate them to healthier pursuits. So, you know, like you're very skilled in battle. Maybe you would enjoy dancing or something. You are very good at hunting, obviously. So maybe you would also be good and maybe enjoy, I don't know, treasure hunting, maybe, or gathering food like fishing. Or
What is
maybe pottery.
I'm sorry. What is treasure? What is pottery?
Dominator, they like these little trinkets that they hold on to, and they have value. They give each other these things as gifts. There is all kinds of trade. They fight each other for it. It is a thing.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Who on this island knows the most about generally anything?
I mean,
That
like,
can be a lot of people.
oh my god, I know what you're thinking of. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And who likes to hear themselves talk about how much they know about everything and teach people other things?
Did we just ship a couple?
No.
Are you talking about Rollin?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not romantically, but absolutely like
definitely a pairing.
Friendshipped.
Right.
Two awkward people trying.
One who knows not much about the service and one who knows entirely too much.
But also, you know, she probably knows a lot about some things. I don't know if he would
She
find...
could keep him alive.
That's
for sure.
Yeah, kind of eases her into things instead of being completely overwhelmed by just throwing her on some random island or with those crews.
Or with someone that goosed it.
Arms length away.
That's kind of
Dominator.
easy. He's like this tall.
There are so many questions that you might have about this world. But I think we should start with breakfast.
Yes,
Very
I
good.
also need to make sure that Makris is fed.
Who?
Who?
Proximus, you have been away from home for quite some time. A moment. And she stands up on the beach from where you are and pulls out a little like whistle that looks like it's just like carved from like an anemone, and blows into it this like reverberating note that like you almost can't hear. It's almost out of the range of what you can hear. And you would see out in the water some distance this very long neck with this horse-like reptilian head pops out with these teeth kind of, you know, poking out on the sides. And it starts moving towards you until a rather large plesiosaur beaches itself and has its head just like looking around at all of you. And Dominator takes some piece of food and tosses it up for this plesiosaur to eat. Proximus, you would remember that the Nalos utilize these animals as mounts. In addition to eelhounds as pets, you have odd fauna.
Can I feed
Makris.
them?
Acacia brought the right
damn it.
amount of food.
I cannot get to a high enough max CR level to turn into this thing. Only the circle of the moon can. But I've seen it.
Oh
There's
my
always
God,
polymorph.
Please.
You can always try.
GM,
What if
I will do
I try
anything.
to like
Please
change
let-
into an animal, but I have no control if it's outside my CR?
Are you just like a little one?
There's
Yeah,
that's an idea.
Might make you smaller, it might make you half of something else. A
Half
plesiahorse.
half plesiosaur.
Yes, a plesiahorse. Yes. That's what I said.
I did immediately look up the CR as soon as I saw it.
That's fair. That's a druid thing to do. Okay. As we round out this episode, and you all have decided to dump Dominera off on Rollin, and perhaps plan to meet with Rollin to find out where your next adventure is going to be, is there anything else anyone would like to do before we wrap up?
I mean,
I do have one question.
Yeah.
Dominator, I don't know how long you've been away from home, but did a certain small crab make its way back?
No. What crab are you talking about?
Don't worry about it. It was just a chance.
All right.
Does anyone else have anything? Because I have one small thing I want to mention.
I just want to know if I can feed Macris. If that's okay.
Roll animal handling.
Yes.
I cry as a free action.
Yeah, sure.
Please use
Roll for
sword.
tears.
Or
See how many
Nigel.
tears you cry.
That
Tear
is-
handling. Yeah.
It's emotion handling. What'd you get, Winnie?
14.
Pretty decent, I think. Makris even leans a head down for you to give a little pet.
When
Like
he's
the
also
fluff is just pat,
crying,
pat, pat.
just so happy.
As we are escorting Dominara to Rollins, I just like look back at everyone. When we have a couple minutes, remind me to tell you about the field trip I went on with Fia.
Yes.
Okay.
This is just a reminder.
We will
to have you
save that for
remind
next
me.
time. Yeah. Okay. We'll save that for next time. Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Horizon's Call. We will be back next week. Yes. Perfect. We will be back next week. Yeah, thank you for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. I was looking forward to this plot point for quite some time. Very excited that we finally got here, and I'm very excited for what comes next. I'm gonna have these lovely people say a little bit about themselves and where you can find more of them in the near future, and then we'll do some of my stuff, some of my bullshit, channel news, and then we'll wrap up. I do want to remind you all that you can still tip this cast and crew even when we are not playing. Our Pally is a link that you can follow at any time. You can find it in chat right now. You can find it in all of our posts on social media, and you can support this cast. You can tip them. And you can impact whatever the next game is as well if you do tip at those certain levels, like we mentioned before, and kind of pay forward a sea shanty. So I have also time to prepare. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go around. Mare, tell us more about your lovely self.
Hello, hi, my name is Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and you can find me on all social media that exists right now, such as Tumblr, Blue Sky, and Twitter for as long as it's not dying, at Archmage of Dice. I'm not doing a lot right now on the TTRPG stuff. As always, you can find me here doing, Horizon's Call as your lovely centaur, Acacia. At the end of the month, as part of our spooky month on Thursday, October 26th, I will be running a game of Sunken to raise money for Oceania. That's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm also running a casting call right now for a game of Moon Sailors, which is a GM-less, dice-less TTRPG where we are all folks sailing amongst the stars. And it's very nostalgic and it's really nice and I enjoyed it. So please sign up for that. It's great and I love it. That's it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mare. Eva.
Hi, hello. I'm Eva. You can find me on Twitter anyway at the Eva Serrate, Blue Sky, and a few other places. I think at just regular Eva Serrate. I am almost always found here, occasionally other places, but mostly here. Particularly this coming Friday, if I do my math right. I will be the producer running Drama Llama's Kitchen Grand Prix Extreme. So if you want to know what wild reality show that title goes to, tune in at 10 a.m. Pacific. That is part of our Sword and Spooky charity calendar of events. And yeah, I'll be running some other stuff coming up, but I believe that's it for me at the moment. Yeah.
Great. Thank you, Eva. Next up, Mikyl.
Hi, fam. I'm Mikyl. You can find me right here on this channel and this channel only, and I'm probably gonna freeze at one point in time, but because I live out in the boonies and I don't have good internet, but it's fine. You can find me at Mikyl Sandoval on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, Tumblr. I post art that I do specifically for this channel. And you can find me on October 22nd for the Night of Fright playing Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I'm still workshopping that voice. It's fine. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
How dare you apologize? That was fantastic. A special thank you to Mikyl also for doing the artwork for this game, the artwork for our Humblewood game, which you can check out as well. And as I'm going to say here in a few moments anyway, you can always join our Discord and check out all of Michael's artwork there. He does some phenomenal stuff. You should support him in any way you can. The only reason I don't tag him literally anytime anybody's asking for commission artwork is because I know, like me, he overcommits himself and he's don't give him more than he can handle. That doesn't mean you shouldn't support him any way you can. Thank you, Mikyl. Last, absolutely not least, Kaila.
Hi, hello. I am Kaila. I have played our pirate captain, Storm Sorcerer Scarlet Shores. She's got 5 S's in her title. It's ridiculous. Oh, someone is echoing. You can find me just here at this point. I am here every Saturday, 3 p.m. Pacific, playing with these lovely folks at this lovely table. You can find me on my socials at KMC. If you can't find me with that, add an underscore, you'll find me. But yeah, I think that's it.
Perfect. I will mention that Kaila did an amazing job, fantastic job last night right here on Sword and Key for actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf, the TTRPG. And you should go check out that VOD. It was so fun. Amazing cast, and Kaila did an incredible job as the GM. I'm going to use the word bullying. No, I don't mean it. I will be peer pressuring her to do more games in the future. Yes.
Strongly suggesting.
Yeah, hint. Hi, everybody. I'm Derek Sword. I've been your GM for this game. I'm your GM for a lot of games around here, but this is, don't tell the rest of them, this is my favorite. Don't tell my other cast. I love this cast. I love this game so very, very much, and I literally can't wait for every Saturday. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me in all my bullshit. I'm on Twitter and Blue Sky primarily. You can find all my links at beacons.ai/dsword16. It's dsword16 for most things as well, so if you find me there. But most of the stuff I do is for Sword and Key these days. I've neglected all of my other social media, so please go follow Sword and Key. Their social media matters more than mine. In most places, it's Sword and Key, all 3 words separated by underscores, just 2 underscores on either side of and. Or, again, you can find all of our links at beacons.ai/Sword and Key, all 1 word. You can find our Tiltifies there for our campaign or our charity campaigns. You can find the Pally accounts for any games that are using Pally, like this one. And you can find links to podcasts like Monster Crush that I do with, I'm announcing a new co-host for that we've kind of done already, so I might as well say it here. Unfortunately, my co-host has gotten a promotion. Unfortunately, she's gotten promotion in the restaurant industry, which means ungodly hours. Capitalism is a hellscape. So she has taken a step back, which is bittersweet. I'm so happy that she's making more money and doing the thing that she enjoys. Tough to have the person who started the podcast step back. However, she has trusted the baby to me, the stepdad of the podcast, and I'm bringing in the stepdad's new girlfriend, LD. So if you're familiar with Lady Dame, she will be coming to have reheated pizza with us. Hopefully, I can get this episode edited by tomorrow. We have a very special Chupacabra episode for this creepy, horrifying month. I decided to do the most classic vampire cryptid there was. We were talking about Ed Chupacabra. And again, that is a Sword and Key production, so you can find all the links to that through that Beacons. Again, through Beacons, you can also join our Discord, hang out with cool people, talk about cool stuff, do cool things. You can check out Michael's artwork. You can chat about the games. Speaking of games, for upcoming stuff, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time, we have the 2nd episode of Humblewood, The Unwelcome Winter. I have a fantastic cast over there. We ended a cliffhanger on that one, too. So I was in a cliffhanger mood last week, apparently. But we're going to find some secrets about some characters. We're going to uncover some plot hooks, and we're going to move along as we try to solve this unending winter. On the 20th, like Eva said, at 10 a.m. Pacific time, we have an episode of Drama Llamas, which again, they are doing cooking reality show with llamas. What could go wrong? And also that night, we are doing watch parties on the Discord. So again, you can join the Discord for that. That'll be 6 p.m. Pacific time. I might bump that to 5 p.m. We'll see. It depends on what my work schedule looks like this week. Got a new job. So, but we will be watching Cabin in the Woods, which I think is a modern classic. I think it is just horror royalty. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite movies. On the 21st, we have the first in the 2-episode session of Pulp Cthulhu, which is being run by Anik. That's 10 a.m. Pacific time. So that'll be the 21st, and then the last episode will be the 28th. Essentially, the second episode will round out Sword and Spooky for the month. So those are both part of the charity campaign for Patty Aware. Should also mention, Humblewood is raising money for Fauna and Flora International. So just like for all of our charity campaigns, and just like for the Pally for this, if you donate to those campaigns, you can impact the games as well. Let's see, on the 20th, and also the 21st, Horizons Call will be back. Horizons Call will be playing every Saturday. On the 22nd, we also, after Humblewood, have a Night of Fright one-shot that Michael mentioned, where he's playing Sukubi. It's D&D Scooby-Doo. It's going to be a great time. And then Mare is more or less rounding out Sword and Spooky for the month with the one shot of Sunken at 4 p.m. Pacific time on the 26th. That is a Thursday. And we're going to have Humblewood every Sunday, Horizons Call every Saturday. We'll have movie nights every Friday. So our last movie night will be the 27th, where we are watching Underwater, the Kristen Stewart. It is Kristen. Don't know why my brain did that. The Kristen Stewart. I can't say more about the movie without spoiling it. It's fantastic. You just have to watch it. And then Halloween's gonna happen. So we're probably gonna take that night off and just let you all enjoy your evenings, have a nice, fun, safe, creepy time. And that is it for the calendar. I'm going to take a look at the message that Eva sent me, because we are raiding Egg Jam. And they are raising money for charity, doing some art over there. So hang out, say hi, be kind. Share some love. It's always appreciated. And we will see you all next week, if not sooner. Next week for Horizons Call, even sooner for more stuff. Hopefully tomorrow morning for Humblewood. Until then, take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourself. And fair winds and following seas, brave mariners.